way up on my camera. I'm not sure, but I feel like it did. But I got to be working anyway, and I'm going to be in anybody's house. So I might as well keep it this way. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screen. My second company is Black Series Edition. So sorry about that. I'm just getting up. Yeah, start my day. I got much work to do. Do apologize for the video yesterday. I had to delete that video because again, I had to be to do business in a different way. As I said before, I'm not going to be online too much anymore, and I have to do business in a certain way. So out there, individuals don't exist out there. So these people don't care about them at all, period. And again, they don't care about them. They don't even care about what I'm actually going to be showing off when I get out there. I'm going to answer the questions. I've been saying it for the longest time, we are going to continue doing business online. That is not going to change. The reason why I sat there and spent, I feel like it was weeks building the other website was because we didn't want all the screen paint all connected into one site, and that would have been a complete headache. Number one, the site would have been overcrowded. You've seen all the information we literally had to put into that technology. There's no way in the world that would have ever fitted on the first site. It would have been a complete headache. It would have been a problem. So we need to make it easier for our online and offline customers so we can direct them where they can go and make purchases on the products. So all that had to be put there. There's no way we can put that much information. It's an entire complete product line. So I tried doing that before on the site, and we just had nothing but problems where we just had too much stuff. Customers would come in, it's hard to navigate the marketplace because there's just too much stuff to pick from, and it just made things complicated. So this is the reason why we were blessed and told to build the other company, which is a good idea. Is the Crystal Edge site going anywhere? No, it's not. I mean, actually, I dumped a ton of information, video demonstrations. We have massive 250-inch screens, display, stuff like that we have on display. The Titan is coming back, and the reason why the Titan is coming back because we got people that are interested in Titan technology. Because, giant 250-inch screen displays one of the Titans, and it looks absolutely incredible on that screen. And this is fantastic too because the majority of our customer demonstrations, as you're looking at right now, are on this site. This is where we first started from Crystal Edge Technology Screens. So people can come in, we have customer demonstrations, we had everything. This company's been around for quite some time. So no, this company is not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, I have 2 contracts coming up for Crystal Edge Technology Screens for using the technology for different forms of applications. I'm looking on here to see what I want to update on here. I got to go on the other side to do that. I got to go on another computer because I don't have the passwords for this one up here, which I need to find. I'm gonna get my passwords. I don't even remember my password. I just changed my passwords and over here. We're gonna work everything on one computer and be done. That'll make my job a lot more easier. I think one of these is my gaming PC, and my gaming PC is downstairs. All right, so I'm looking through here because I'm going to be adding some updates to the site today. We changed out all the players. I'm going to definitely put something here, change it up. All this is going to be the words to dance a little. We don't want to change too much of it. We don't say it to be too much alike. We want them both to be different. So these are our demonstrations on our site. Ceiling in light projection technology. I think I had to come in here and do the titles in here. I haven't done any of these. Oh yeah, these don't have that on here. Why do these don't have these on here and the other ones have them on there? That's interesting. I don't have them here, but I have them on the other one. Okay, that's interesting. So yesterday, as I said before, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing off camera. I got my date to go. I got to be ready before then. Sorry about the huge yawn. I am tired. So yeah, I got my place. So I'm not going to be uploading any videos from my place for a while due to the fact, like I said, the biggest mistake I made here. I always thought people would be a little bit more mature, but then again, like I said, you can't give people credit. Sometimes they just don't know how to act to be adults and kids. They have to be adults at the end of the day. They have to be kids. So now, for those of you who supported our company for all these years, we thank you so much. We really do. We thank you. And we will continue to develop amazing technology for our customers so our customers can have the best of the best and not get cheated. Because as I said before, things that I'm seeing online, you're not going to see this much offline. Offline is just different. It's just basically someone's going to buy a white screen. It's not going to work. That's it. Block. They're going to go online to find a solution to fix the problem. And this is where they bump into us. Offline, we'll be able to basically see these screens offhand and be able to fix these problems right from the door. But online, it's a different story because again, people contact us. That's where they find us at. People are offline, they buy something, they look around to find a solution, they pop into our websites, they see our technology, they contact us. Offline, we will be going directly to storefronts, we will go directly to business establishments and setting up. So it's, we're going to be doing both at the same time. Why not? And sure, we got everything on this page is done. Let me see. Yes, definitely. We don't have any problem. All right, that's cool. That's definitely cool. We don't have anything here because I always have these. Well, which one had the whatchamacallits? The huge, massive descriptions that were coming across the page. That's why I'm getting my videos and stuff done now, because when I go through the transition, we're not going to be doing a lot of videos. I'm probably going to see any videos from me. But we are going to be, this is where we're having the numbers popping up. We're definitely going to be doing, when I get established, when I get set up, then we'll start doing some videos, but we need consent forms because we're going to be recording some people that are going to be around us, and we want to make sure that everybody is okay with being recorded and being on camera. Some people are just not okay with being on camera. I forgot we had that hidden in the logo. And we actually have the picture show hidden in our logo. Put that in. That was interesting to put in. All right, let me see. I'm going through my site right here to make sure you have anything in here. That's all there. Do we have video links in here? Let me see. There's the links for these in here. So we have customer testimonies in here for the customers. You can go in and check that out. And here, let me see if all our links are activated. Yep, links are activated here. Yeah, we're activated in there. Okay. To demonstration. Yeah, I did activate all links. Remember, we did all links in here. Gunmetal technology. All links are activated. Good. All links are running. This is something we're going to start doing from now on, putting our test demonstration. We have our test demonstrations posted to the site. I got more to load onto the Crystal Edge. Crystal Edge has a ton of test demonstrations. we'll definitely go. I have a, let me see something for a minute. The more page. Actually, how come we don't have this expanded? I can literally expand this from one end to the next. I need to do something here. I need to do some editing on this. You can expand that right there. I can put another page in there for our test demonstrations, load all those in so they'll be there. We got another 39 test demonstrations under some of those black screen paints that need to be in there. It's not just for the online. We're dealing with the offline customers and they want proof. Let's see if I understand today. You saw the demonstration on the invisible technology? Yeah. That is the technology right there. We can't say too much about it. I know we got people trying to figure out how it's done, but trust me when I tell you you're not even close, you're definitely not even close. Nowhere near close to what that technology is engineered and designed to do. Well, I love it when people try to think Christians that try to figure out a Christian's blessing. It's not gonna work well for you. You're not gonna figure that anything out we do at the end of the day. They can't even construct their own products, right? I would say before you worry about how other people's products are made, try to make a decent product that doesn't match your house paint. That would be a first. That would be a beginning start right there. That would be a beginning start. We need to update that. What were we in? Let's see. We gotta update. We gotta expand. I forgot you can expand the navigation bar. Hey, Taco, up in the morning? Yeah, we got things to do, buddy. We gotta finish getting ready to move. Where's your appointment at? Your in a few minutes. So let me see. We need to put updates in here. Do we have anything tall enough for the table? Nothing? Okay. I need to fix this stand. Actually, I'm just order another piece for it. Because we got to do an update for the Crystal Ridge site. I have a few things on there I definitely want to change right now. Out of the way. Because as I said before, I'm not going to be doing demonstrations all like that in my new place. I am going to be setting up a warehouse where I can basically work. There'll be no mixing, no paint in my place. That's not going to happen. I'll be setting up a warehouse where I can go work at and process orders. I'm not going to be doing the same thing that I was doing here. This is going to be a whole different place, whole different setup. Nope, that place I have that I'm getting is going to be set up the same. I'm actually buying next after that, but the place I'm setting up is for show. That's what it's for. Display my screen projectors, gaming setups, custom built PCs. That's what it's designed for showing off the technology. That's what the next stage is. All the tests and research to perfect the product is finished. We're done. The only thing we're doing, that's why you're seeing all this stuff pop up, pages and different sites and stuff being built, YouTube channels. All this stuff is being designed for advertising. So when I step off this platform, my next level that I go into won't be me covered in paint, none of that. No, I'm done that, all that. It'll be wearing suits and business ties and all that other good stuff, going into business meetings, and none of that stuff will be recorded. None of that stuff will be on camera. That's all business at the end of the day. Now, me setting up our storefront, me talking to customers and setting up giant screens and courtyards and all that stuff, customers' reaction, that stuff you will see. But all that other stuff, no, that's all business behind doors. We don't do that at the end of the day. Sit down a bunch of people, conduct business, no cameras are involved in that. It's strictly business. So that's the next level. The next level is to get the item noticed. That's why I put all the time in, all the work, all the research, and for the final stage of getting the technology line. I talked about it quite a few times on camera. If we can just get it offline, we know it's going to do extremely well. The problem we have with some contracts, and you know who you are, with some contracts we're dealing with, was people get greedy at the end of the day and they try to keep things for themselves. Or we have run into some incidents where we've had people who have had the technology and did nothing with it. And the reason why they did nothing with it was because either they were too lazy to get the job done, and I don't care if I offend some of the people we had contracts with, too lazy to get the job done. How is it possible? It takes forever to set up a contract, to get things set up offline, when I can come in and I can develop an entire company in no time at all. And it took you that long to get that set up. It took me less than a month to build an entire company with products intact, with tests intact, with demonstrations intact, social media intact. And you mean to tell me it takes you that long? The one thing I can't stand in life is people who whine and cry about what they want in life, but will not lift a finger to go out and get it. That's what I can't stand. Can't stand the procrastinator. The opportunity is right there. And they just refuse. They want to complain every day about what they don't have and what they want and what they need in life, but they just don't want to take the opportunity to work for it and get it. That's what I don't like. And I see when I'm having that experience in business, when I talk to people, I already know exactly from the door if they say certain keywords that pick up, I just ignore them. I don't give them contracts at the end of the day because I know it's a headache and a waste of my time. But that's the one thing I don't like. And all they had to do was take the technology and do exactly what I asked them to do, and they would have made a lot of money. We would have made a lot of money. But the problem was that we just couldn't get these people to get up and get it done. So I'll do it myself, because I know if I do it myself, it'll be done right, it'll be done 100%, and I'll have it up and going in no time at all. If I can build a company less than a month, establish it online, and it's already officially a company because now it's making money, sales are pushing through the site, get it running, get it up and going, design all that, labels, containers, and all that stuff, do all the research, get all that done, and build that site less than a month. Imagine what I'll do when I get offline. And that's what you need at the end of the day. But it's all these excuses. Well, excuses will be with you for the rest of your life, or you can change the excuses. And that's the problem. That's the reason why I decided, we got some people that we're dealing with, and they're doing what they need to do to get the job done, and we're happy to be working with them. But I got others that have not been doing things correctly, and we will be handling business and more business at the end of, as the coming months come on. I'll be cleaning shop. There's no excuse for it. Either you want to do the business or you don't. That's how it works for me. You don't waste my time. And when it comes to business, I'm extremely serious. And I showed you how serious I am. Like I said, I don't have time for that nonsense. If I want something, I'm going to design something, I go get it, I work on it, and then I complete it. Like that's it. I can say it took me less than a month to build I literally built an entire company. Less than a month. That Black Series technology is plastered everywhere. You pull it up, it comes up online. Tweaking my search engine optimizer, doing all that, I'm posted on all different forms of form sites. I even have a track record now of AVS Forms terrified of the technology. They shut their doors the minute they seen a Black Series edition name pop up on their page. They removed us. And for those of you that say, oh, you violated. No, actually, we didn't violate anything. I went there and I set up a business account. I didn't set up a regular account, I set up a business account. A business account is a little different because it allows you to be able to post pictures and talk about your business, which means you have a right to advertise because you have a business account, which I set up. Didn't advertise in that. As a matter of fact, I had the pictures posted to a couple of my form sites. There were no pictures posted of, there was no picture. They showed a couple pictures of the screens, that was it. There was no links of any website, no email. It didn't even explain what it was. Just, this is a Black technology screen paint that I've been working on. That's all it says in the description. Automatic banned. We even had a fellow come into the room. I guess he was one of the He was one of the members, and he even complimented and said, I like what I see. I love it. They'll be interested over there. You're just in the wrong section of the form. So in the form we popped in said screens. So I'm looking through it, says projection screen. I said, okay, this will be perfect for us. We'll sit up here. And that's where I'm at. And I have any plans? No, we had no plans of advertising. Just showing off and see what people's reaction would be. That's all it's used, just for test. That's all. But like I said, someone came in, they liked what they saw, gave a very nice compliment, and they said, well, you're in the wrong section. You have to be over there for do-it-yourselfers. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I was about to set up, shut that down, go over to do-it-yourselfers, and go over there. And the minute we went over there, we were told that our account was banned for spamming. So I showed 8 pictures, and that's considered to be spamming. Now, let me explain something to you, AVS Forums, and we already know what kind of people you are at the end of the day, because we've had problems with you in the past. You and Mississippi Man is still there. If you feel that if people post more than 8 pictures and they're spamming, then you should have some kind of notification that pops up and says, hey, look, you are definitely, and if you're in the process of getting kicked off or banned, you can only do 4 pictures. You can only do 2 pictures. You can only do stuff. All sites have it. They have this thing where you load up too many pictures. It'll tell you, look, you maxed out this, you maxed out that. You can't load any more than a certain amount of pictures. That's what you should have had. But that option wasn't even there at all, period. We just loaded 8 pictures. Nothing came up, no indicators, nothing at all. So how are we spamming if we just put 8 pictures up? How would it be spamming? Nothing came up and said, hey, look, you're spamming. We have to remove such and such and so. Nothing came up. So what's that all about? There you go. There you go. There you go. Now you see. See, there you go. I don't know if anybody born yesterday. The reason why we couldn't be on that site, because again, we would have ruffled a ton of feathers in there. You got a black technology coming into a site that pretty much debunks all those certified projection screens. You got a lot of people got forum sites on certified projection screens, heavy contrast projectors and all that stuff. That machine that product would have debunked everything in there. So you're talking about the ceiling light projection, and we got technology that can pull off a ceiling. You're talking about ambient light projection. We got screens that can sit next to windows. You're talking about certified screen pulls the best contrast when a black screen actually does it. You're talking about high contrast projectors, which are definitely not needed because your screen's already black. You're talking about screens that are ultra short though compatible. What's the best ultra short though compatible to screen again? Well, that whole theory would have been thrown out the window because that technology is ultra short though compatible, picks up an 109-degree viewing angle, doesn't suffer from viewing cone, and can be used in a fully lit environment without the screen washing out or fading. Oh, and I can project over 150 inches even outside, which I got to get that demonstrations and load those onto the website today. So that would have basically caused them a lot of trouble over there. So yeah, they shut that door on that one. And on top of that, I have some friends over there that are still on the forum site. And yeah, they sent me a few messages saying, look, at the end of the day, and I can show you the messages, there's talk that they're never going to be over there. We don't care anyway. Who cares? But there's talk that the minute their name pops up, anything with black technology attached to it, they're going to ban you from the door. Yes, sirree. Does that bother me? No, heck no. Because that shows that at the end of the day, we are considered to be a serious threat. And that's where I would rather be at the end of the day. Because we're not in the business, basically, to become friends with y'all or any of your big companies. At the end of the day, we're not in the business for that. We're in the business to show that we are the best. Come with me, and you'll see a world of perfect generation. Because at the end of the day, customers don't want to spend up $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a projection screen. Sure enough, I don't want to, and I can afford one, and I don't want to spend the money for one. Now, again, they can get mad over that, but that's freedom of speech. No way in the world I spend that much money. And then I got to turn around and I got to freaking calibrate a projector. Did I just spend just as much as the screen at the end of the day? No, I'm good. That's not going to work for me. All right. Are we editing in this one? No, I don't think we are editing. All right. We got to do some updates for the page. But I want to add some new stuff in with that. I got wonderful customers that contact me and thank me at the end of the day. I really appreciate that. Customers will contact me out of the blue. So thank you so much for putting the time in, the work in. So we can have something instead of spending a whole ton of money for a projection screen setup or dealing with a lot of these products out here that ain't tested at the end of the day. So that's what the only two things that if I decide to get into the field, maybe somebody else would have picked it up. Who knows? I don't even know. Somebody probably would have picked it up after. Oh, that's what that flashing light was. They do drive around on the golf course at night. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Golf course. I don't know if you can see it. See that flashing light in the background driving around? That is a vehicle driving through that. I couldn't figure out what that was at first, and I kept seeing it. Anyway, I looked for golf balls, knowing them. A little too fast being in the dark. But anyway, yeah, because it evens the playing field. And that's what the problem is with the naysayers and everybody else. They kind of missed the entire point on reason why we got in there. It has nothing to do with y'all. For some reason, y'all got this twisted thought that everything we do over here is about y'all. It has nothing to do with y'all. We can beat house paint at the end of the day. How would it have anything to do? Our test demonstrations are no, you don't test. I forgot. Y'all don't test. Y'all don't test. I can remember that. So how in the world are we on the same level? We don't. Everything, our videos are even different. There's nothing we do that's the same. So it was never about y'all. How could it be about y'all when you didn't even exist when I first started? Why would I be going against screen paint when I was making screen paint? I was making the exact same color screen paint you were making 9 and 10 years ago. So it has nothing to do with y'all. We started this because it even the playing field with the overpriced, expensive certified screens. It had nothing to do with y'all. That's what I can't understand. Like, where are y'all getting this from? You guys just decided to jump into the line of fire and you just got hit a few times. That's what happened. But it had nothing to do with y'all. You can go back to my original videos. You guys are not even thought of. It didn't even exist when I was around. We didn't even. So how in the world could I basically go against something that wasn't even around when I first started? It wasn't about y'all. It was about the certified screens and certifieds only because it came down to the point where I first bought my projector, switching over from monitors to projectors. I wanted the same setup my buddy had. He had a projector set up, 120-inch screen. I had 242s. I was very happy going home. I wanted the same giant screen he was playing Gears of War on. And I couldn't afford at the time those particular high-end screens. I maxed up money on the computer and monitors and all that stuff. And I needed a fast solution for a projector that I bought that I was hitting a white wall. Coming up two HD high-performance monitors to a white wall. And that's really jacked up. So, buddy directed me to go get this product. It didn't work out. They didn't have it. Prayed on it. Got blessed to be able to make this amazing product under digital and crystal screen paint. And that's where it started at. And my goal was to design a better, more affordable product for people at the end of the day. At that particular time, I wasn't really doing any testing against certified screens. Didn't even know what a black diamond was. Just started in the field. And then one day I happened to pop into a store because my friend's a technology guru. That's what he's into. And he was showing me the screen. He said, yo, you ever seen or heard of a black diamond before? I said, no, I never heard of a black diamond. He said, check this out. And I see this guy comes up here, takes this little black surface, which at the time I thought was black, and he gets in front of a white screen. He moves it around the white screen. Everywhere that screen went at, the image pulls up crystal clear. I was like, what the freak is that? That's diamond technology. You ever seen that stuff? I heard that stuff looks just like a TV. Never seen anything like it. And I just was obsessed watching his videos because I thought they were amazing. Never seen anything like it. Until one day on my birthday, my buddy contacted, said, hey, I got you something. I was like, what you got me? He said, I got you a punch sheet of black diamond. I was like, oh, actually got the screen itself. When I took it out of the package, I was like, well, it's not black, it's dark gray, but still impressive. Nothing I ever seen before. I've never had a product that dark ever. All my products were light gray screen paints. And I got home after the store closed down, hanging around with them. Went upstairs to my little room, pulled out that sampler sheet, stuck it against my best screen paint, and it destroyed it. Saw things on that screen I didn't even think even exist. So the entire time, when I'm thinking that I'm on camera talking about how my screen paint, yeah, at the time was pulling a better contrast and color than most screen paints, but it was not on the level of that technology. I was way under that one. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, I got a choice to make here. We can continue to make this. And this was 5 and 6 years of work. Or we can change everything over and switch over to that technology. And that's what I did. I walked away from my gray screen paint products to convert technology into darker technology, where D5K and D6K popped up, and we started working on darker technology. And everything was engineered around the black diamond technology because I was fascinated by how dark that screen was and the contrast and colors it was pulling up. And I said, look, I got an option here. Either I can make the same or I'm going to make better. And I ended up making a better screen. I mean, a black technology. We're blessed to have it. But the D5K and D6K were so close to a diamond technology that's when we got the contact. I'll show you the emails where they contacted us, telling us the product has potential and this, that, and the other. That's what happened. They were watching our demonstrations on us testing on this screen and decided to contact me, talked a bit on the phone, and then things didn't go, certain way. And then a lawyer got involved. And from there, we just have a bad spot for diamond. Any screen we develop is designed to wipe a black diamond from the door. And I've seen their research. I've seen their technology. We've tested it. We have technology that anytime you buy one of those screens, that screen paint, they are strictly engineered to take out diamond. The others, you see what they do, especially the what do you call it? The demonstrations we do on the Black Series technology and certified screen shows no mercy. We got the screens through. The screen can pick up a somewhat bit of color on the 39s and 44s. But a Black Series, if you lay a certified, they go almost near white. And they were engineered that way. Every screen was engineered not for a screen paint mix. They were engineered to take out certifies. That's what they're designed to do. When we're out there offline, we're online. Majority of customers will bump into online. Well, if I think about it, if I added it up and I think, how many people do I bump into with gray screens that we do? None. Maybe one or two that probably went to Home Depot or Sherwin-Williams and decided to fix the gray white screen with the gray screen. But majority of customers we bump into are not on great products. Either white screens or certifieds. There's only two they jump in between. That's basically about it. They may go once in a while, go out and get some stuff, a great product from, make their own and just do that and see what happens. But then they find that they got a little bit of bump. They're still plagued with the same problems of contrast and color and being stuck in dark environments. So that becomes an issue. But other than that, they don't want to spend $5,000. They do the research themselves, especially a lot of people that are buying for the first time, and they go do the research and they get the sticker shock of why they consider home theater a very expensive hobby to have. Because if you want that really true, I'm not talking about white or gray screen, I'm talking about real true technology for your 4K or 1080p projector, you do know you're supposed to be on a darker screen. You are not supposed to be on a screen of that complexion at all, period. Go to any form site, ask that question. They'll tell you if you want the best, you're going to have to be on a gunmetal technology. Now, once we get into circulated, it'll be gunmetal and black technology. Hopefully we get to that point where we're blessed to get a point where people will say, well, if you want good technology with gunmetal, but you can always go, if you want better than that, you go to black screen. That would be nice to hear that in someone's vocabulary. Hopefully we get it to that point. That's why we need to be offline and do these to get it out there more. But yeah, HD screens, HD projectors, 4K projectors are supposed to be used on darker screens. And if that wasn't so, then these companies would, why would these companies waste their time money to design a darker screen if a lighter screen was used for 4K applications? Notice the darker screens. That's why they're the most expensive. So the mixers got it mixed up. We never came on. It was never about you. You just happened to get into the line of fire and you got hit a few times. That's what it was about. It had nothing to do with you at all, period. It was always about the certified screens, always about them. Nothing about you. I don't know where you got it in your head that it was about you. It was not about you at all, period. We don't do videos on the same level. Again, I can't express that enough. None of our demonstrations that we have displayed, you guys don't do the exact same things that we do at all, period. We don't do that kind of stuff at the end of the day. So, it just shows that the reason why our tests are so brutal, it's not for you guys at the end of the day. It's to go against the certified. You had idea how powerful certified screen, how hard it is to take one of those things down. It's not an easy screen to take down. Now, when they do demonstrations in the dark. Some of them are most of them are on these ultra short throw projectors that they need to depend on because they have to depend on that machine. They can't do swap outs. Oh, I forgot. We've got a happy day. You know why? Today is 1 year of the challenge. I forgot about that. It's October. It's 1 year of the challenge that we completed. There was a challenge we put out real quick. We put a challenge out real quick because I told you that a lot of these, even these naysayers use the exact same projector in every single demonstration. And the reason why is because that's the projector that makes their screen look somewhat decent. I explained the theory of the woman with the many shoes, but she always picks that one particular pair for everything. And I know women like that. I got a bunch of sisters in my family that have tons of shoes, but they'll always pick that one particular pair. I don't know, maybe you might have two. I'm not trying to judge you or anything, but I do know it's a special pair of shoes that are your best shoes. Those are the shoes. If your husband scuffed, that relationship will never be the same. But anyway, and that's the shoes they like to wear. Sometimes they make them feel taller. I don't know what it is about them shoes, but something about them that they like. They're their favorite pair of shoes. All of them have that favorite pair of shoes they like. But anyway, that's how they treat their projectors. They don't do swap outs on cameras. We do swap outs constantly all the time on camera. Certified screens don't do it because certified screens will bring one projector in there and one projector only, and they'll have somebody professionally go in there. Well, not one projector, they'll have multiple projectors depending on what they're setting up. But all those projectors will be calibrated and the environment will be just toned to that area. It's all a script, it's all a play on that one. Where we swap out projectors. So that challenge was to challenge those individuals to remove these projectors that they have been using to try to make their products look good. Oh, this is how the product looks. This is how it's going to come out. Well, you know darn well someone swaps out to another projector, that image is going to completely change. That's not being honest at the end of the day to your customers. So we suggested a 1 year swap out to swap projectors out to high-end projectors to a 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. We had a Chrissy projector up there at 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200, big old venue projector we have downstairs in the basement. We had that there instead. So I swapped my projector out, even got a stand for it, mounted it to the ceiling, got an SVGA, and now it has officially been there for 1 solid year. We got to do a celebration recording for that one today. And that's what we asked them to do. Guess what? They never did it because they can't. Because if they change out the projector, the image will change, which... Sorry to bring up old things. Well, it's not old things. It is what it is. It is what it is. If they can't accept it and they did the videos, then hey, it's not my problem. The demonstration on the Epson 955 WH, the image did not look like the P2, did it? The other projector that was 16 feet back on the customer's screen that was sitting against the door didn't look like the P2, did it? There you go. Because you know why? The environment changed. Much more light in the environment. Different projector, and the screen looked completely different. That's what I'm talking about, the smoke and mirrors effect. High-end projector, dark environment, or ambient controlled environment saying, hey, this is what you're going to get. If you change anything in that video, it's going to alter the screen's appearance, which means fully lit environment, colors and contrast going to wash out. Change out the projector, not going to have the same perks as the other one. So that's the problem. So that's why we do those constant projector swap outs. But again, as I said before, we are not in the same category. And I know you guys want to believe that we're the same thing you guys are. This is why we give you challenges. We give you basic challenges that we do test every day. The 150-inch screen challenge, never done. I can't even get into that. The paint test, never freaking done. I don't know what the hang up on that one is. And understand this, people. If it takes 2 days, even 2 days to complete one of these tests, that's a bad sign. It shouldn't take 2 days. They gave us a paper challenge test. How fast did it take Mr. Bird to complete a paper challenge test? Even though it was silly and stupid, but how fast? I did it within that same request time that they told, oh, here you go, done. But you know what? Let's make it interesting because this is boring for me. I've done these tests over and over and over again because at the end of the day, gentlemen, our products are tested. So when you give us these dinky little King's Challenge and all of the nonsense, we've done halfway everything you could possibly think of under the face of the sun. It's easy for us because we've done the tests. That's why they're posted on our website. And that's why you guys have no tests posted because your products are not tested. Neither one of you are tested at all in any way whatsoever. What you guys consider testing is being in a dark environment and be to show color and somewhat some contrast and white level. Big deal. I can do the exact same thing with Sherman-Williams. Any form of gray product would do the exact same thing. What's the difference? Doesn't make a difference at all. I don't get it. You don't have no test demonstrations backing your products at all, period. So, yeah. But, so you naysayers and all, you can understand this, because for some reason you got it in your head that for some reason that our goal when we first started off, and again, naysayers, you weren't even thought of. You didn't even know who I was. As a matter of fact, we had a naysayer in the room one time talking about black technology, black technology. Did you know that I was developing your screen paint before you ever were thought of? I showed him demonstrations and went back to digital. Oh, yeah, I have an archives. I have throwbacks. I go that far back. And he was just sitting there like, oof. Didn't realize. Oh, you thought only thing I developed was black technology. You didn't realize I developed gray screen paints. I have developed gray screen paints on every freaking level you could possibly ever think of. I have developed every different shade, different combinations. I have done just about everything on that level. Pretty much anything that they can make, I can easily duplicate with no problem because I have been there and done it. And my record was literally so high that you can go back and you can check the tons of beta testers that were attached to this, companies that were attached to an additional one, even a 10-year global contract that my company was attached to, which for some reason the page is still there, that shows my digital and crystal screen paint being displayed online on showrooms. Been there, done it. We had to be doing something different in order to have there was a lot of people making screen paint. I was kind of shocked because there was a lot of people making great screen paint products at that particular time. Are we on the, I think we're not in editing mode. I think we're actually in much more fun. I'm going to have to change out my account here for the other one. No, because I have to still operate this machine. I still got to work on this machine. I forgot. It's my account terminal here. All right, I need to go to. But yeah, I'm happy to be that because I was blessed on that because I said before that there were a lot of people making great screen paint products. A lot of people online making them. We just happened to be the one that stand out. We're the ones that ended up getting the contracts. A few of them did do well. A few of them did very well. I don't know if they're still making screen paints right now, but they did do extremely well. Let me see support. Contact me. Come with me and you'll see. So you guys can understand. You got to understand that this. It was never about you. It's not about warring with. It has nothing to do with you guys. Strictly, we are for developing technology better than certified screens. If I had based my technology off great products and I'd never tested my products against a certified, my technology would be low. It would be a low technology. If you see when we do demonstrations, we design the technology to overpower certified. If I can take out a certified screen, that makes my technology's value worth a lot. And not only that, basically it shows how powerful and how our technology, we have to raise the bar extremely high when we're engineering it because we have to take out a certified. If we based it on a great screen paint, boy, that wouldn't take much to do at the end of the day to beat that at the end of the day. That'd be easy. That's why we developed the 2.0. And then again, for the individual who wants to claim that, yeah, we've heard the story, blah, 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 blah. We ordered your Cinemax to bring it in, do the test against the 2.0, and you got scared and you blocked the order and put the money back in the account. So that's already there. Keep in mind, as I said before, your 38 bucks went to buy new skins for my Dragon Ball Z action figures online, and we gave you 90 bucks. Actually, was it 90 bucks? No, we gave him $89. You could have kept the money. All you had to do was just ship me out what I ordered, but you couldn't do that. You had to come back with a whole bunch of excuses that PayPal told you this and PayPal told you that. You couldn't process the order correctly, couldn't give us a tracking number, couldn't do anything at all correctly, and then ended up we had to go file a complaint against you. You still had time to ship over the item to us, which you didn't do. And then we end up getting the money back in our account. So if your product did work against the 2.0 and you said you did beat it, then you would have no problem with us placing the order and having the item shipped over here. Wouldn't have been a problem, but we had to go through the same freaking headache all over again. So from now on, I don't give you that. Well, we don't even care anymore about that. What from now on? Nah, forget about the now on. There is no now on. We're done with that. You got other problems to deal with, so what do you do? We got to move on. From now on. Usually I would say, well, now on, this, that, and the other, but what do I care? I don't care. All right, we need this to come on. What would I even care? I'm not wasting any more time on that dumb nonsense. Any more time on that dumb nonsense. There's no point in wasting the time. Excuse me. There's no point in wasting the time when people can't back their products up. I don't have time for that nonsense. We got too much to do right now. I got to do updates for this site. I got more pictures we have to load in. I'm going to expand the header at the top. There we go. So that way, oh shoot, the header is expand. Well, we got to take out the, well, we got to put the exotic page. We have to cancel that one out because we have a new company under exotics. Not ready yet, not coming out anytime soon, but we do have another page coming up for it. Where are my pages at here? And you'll see do we have let me see. You got store pages. Where these are the main pages? What's the store pages? This is the store page. Alright, so that's just gonna be, and what are the main, these are the main pages? We already have a shop page. Alright, so we have for our main pages, we need main pages. Alright, there we go. I was wondering where this was at. I was hidden underneath that. So we need to go in here and we need to, let me see. I'm not going to rename it. There should be an option in settings. Let me see. We don't have a search engine optimizer. There's no point in putting one on there anyway. There's no point anyway in it there. Advanced page layout, page information, permission page. I don't want to remove it. There's a lot of freaking work. That's when I hide the page. They used to have the option to hide pages. Now you can't do that anymore. They don't put that there anymore. So in settings, what are we doing here? We put in the permission. We can't basically off the page out. What are we going for advanced settings? Let's go on advanced settings. See what we got going on here. Sometimes they hide original. I don't know why they wouldn't have hide page in there. That would definitely would make it so much easier just to hide the entire page because we don't need it right now. I need the advanced settings. Advanced settings. All right. What are you doing? Yeah, you on the floor. What are you doing? Cut that out. Yeah, you hear me. Cut it out. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Are you having a problem with what I just said? That is not a scratching pool for you. You got a scratching pool. But I paid the money for scratching pole. Let's work. Go upstairs and scratch on your pole. Get off that floor. Let me see. Permission. Passwords. Over with a password page is still there. Not good removal. I don't like that. That's not cool. Permission page. If we put a permission page, and if not, the page is still going to be there. It's going to require permission to get access to the page. But just a page, it's just taking up room. But you won't allow me to go in, and I can't expand my page already. So let me see. Can't set the home page, can't copy, can't duplicate. Go to share. The one section we need is right here. The page. Okay. What the freak would I want to add and remove the team for? I'm just sitting there and saying I want to keep it. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's the dumbest thing ever. That's just downright stupid. You have to have an option set. That's just crazy. You gotta set a password. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's the thing that makes it convenient about being able. But you got a page that you're working on. So you don't want to basically work on it right now. You should have, there's an option there to hide the page. The page would disappear, wouldn't be on the menu, wouldn't be there at all, period, just be gone. And then later you can always come back, bring it up, work on it later on. The option is not there anymore. Now you just got delete. So delete the page, I still got to do the whole thing. Oh, well, it's simple stuff, man. Just leave stuff alone. If stuff is working, just leave it the freak alone. Just leave stuff alone. Stuff is working. That's the little stuff that people need at the end of the day. You can always remove that. Or people are making mistakes and ever just accidentally opening up a menu into another menu, to another advanced menu, hitting that option by accident. That doesn't make any sense. Handy. All right. Write down what it is, bad habit. I got not writing the crap down in the day. Hey, why you guys are sitting there staring up into a dark abyss? Why are you in there staring at a dark abyss? Fire up that projector right there. Let me see. That's good. Make sure I put this up so I don't lose it with my folder at. Oh, that went well. All right, so we put I bet you my projector's bumped. I bet you $100 is bumped. Hey, Sasquatch! Leave the projector alone. What is your obsession with the projector? You know, usually cats like to sit on objects because it generates heat. Never have to worry about that from him, sitting on the projector. He just likes to fight with it from time to time. So if he's playing, he's chasing something around the house and lands on the projector, new opponent to do battle with, he'll pounce on it. Rather than that, he never sits on it. That was my main concern of him laying on top of the projectors because of the warm, but he doesn't. He's so different. Thank goodness. Now, that's the limited edition. That's the black technology. Let me see. Do we have any of the... Now, I told you my sister's son, big time Fortnite gamer, he's using a 40-inch screen he has in there, and he wants 120-inch onto the wall. I'm not going to be using any majority of these projectors. I'm only taking about 10 with me. That's all I need. I don't know why we need 10. Well, they're my favorites. That's why they're my favorite projectors. My 600 by 800 Reses, my ultra short throws, my Sonys. Yeah, they're my favorites, so I'm keeping those. But I'm going to be setting up with one of the ultra short throw setups. So he's going to get 120-inch to the wall with his setup for his Xbox system and his PS5 and his gaming PC. So I was like, you won't be sitting on the edge of the bed. You might want to push that one back a little bit. You sure you want a 120? So I want a 120. He saw the screen and the demonstration I have here, and he was like, oh, I want a gaming screen that big. So he's going to get a Black Series. He wants that. He wants a limited edition, but I was like, nah, the Fusions for gaming are much better. They produce much higher colors. I showed him the one downstairs with the lights on it. He's like, I want that one. Now he wants the lights on it and everything. So he's a cool dude. Let me see. Look who sat down to watch. I told you he watches automatically. I see you. I see you. The minute the screen comes on, he comes and sits down. What you want to watch? You want to watch some fish? That's your thing. You like to watch fish. Never had an animal watch TV like that. Oh yeah, I had a pit bull. I had a pit bull who had a thing for horses. Got the birds up there, Taco. Hold on. We got some 4K birds. Isn't that interesting? What every time that projector comes on.
Mike 1, Mike 2, Goldilocks, Sweet 15, got your ears on?
Goldie, what?
Gingerbread man.
And if the projector comes on, he'll come right in the room and sit down and watch. That's why Taco has his own screen paint, because Taco literally watches projection screen. That's why Taco has a projector set up in his room, because he'll sit there and he'll watch his TV. So when we're sitting on the sofas, he sits on that side, I sit on the other side, and he watches TV with me. The minute that projector comes on, there he is, right there. You ain't watching no more? You good? You bored now? Your attention span is everywhere. So let me see. So I'll put you guys somewhere where you can see the screen a little better because I got my zoom on because we're going to be planning to be on the whatchamacallit, to back it up a little bit more. There we go. Oh, bring you guys over here. This is better shot from here. And that's on a 720p $60 projector. That's what I love about using that projector. $60. That's it. Mr. Taco.
Watching TV. What are you doing there watching TV? It's your favorite show. And is that your favorite show? Is that your favorite show? You frisky little monster. Rawr. 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 Ow. I gotta tap my feet like that. Rawr. Frisky monster. There you attack my mistake.
that one. I wanted that to begin with, and it's too much for the work. Oh yeah, I do that all the time in videos where we have it in the dark, and I'll come by and hit the light switch. It's very like projection technology. Get used to it. That's gonna be fun having friends over, and then I'm showing a 126-inch screen with this black technology on it, and they're probably sitting there like, "Oh, let's turn the projector on." I probably wouldn't turn the lights on. I was sitting in the dark. What you the lights off for? Lights off for? And turn it on. It's ambient projection technology, designed to be used in fully lit environments. But you know, that's the stereotype behind projectors. Stereotype behind projectors. If you get one, you gotta get in a dark environment, you gotta go through all this nonsense. I'm like, I really don't have to go through all that. Let me see. There we go. Just I left your birds on. You can chill in there for a while and watch that. And that's a stereotype that you have to be stuck in a dark environment. It used to be. You had the white screens throughout, and that's all you had was white screens. Then you had to be stuck in a dark environment. But with the technology we're supposed to have today, it's not supposed to be so. That's why I don't understand why projectors are so much more powerful today, and yet people are still stuck in dark environments. Still telling you to calibrate. If anybody tells you to calibrate a projector, something's wrong with the screen. You should never have to calibrate a projector. If your screen is not white, you shouldn't be in there calibrating. If you got a white screen, then, gray screen, yeah, you have to calibrate. Let me see. This is where we're in here on that. I'm thinking we could extend it, but then again, we have enough to put some videos at the bottom. That's not a problem at all. Or we can take the videos and drop the links directly into the shopping carts. However you want to do it. I'm going to get a look at the company. Let me see. Let me refresh. Did some work last night. Make sure that everything is working correctly. Close to the screen. Too close. No, I'm good. I'm at a good distance. Let's see, everything I put in here is working fine. Glass technology. All right, all that's working correctly. Let's go to the Black Shop. This is where you can order the Complete Cinema and the Fusion Gamer. Everything's working well. Let's go check out our carts, make sure carts are operational. All right, let's go here. There's the links right here. Onto YouTube videos, demonstrations on the products. All our information, specification sheets, all done correctly. I gotta go in there and see in these icons here. We can put the Facebook. I don't have the Twitter account set up yet. This account I'm actually setting up right now today. I do have a What's Up Business account that's linked to my Instagram account. That card is working correctly. That's all. Links are showing up. I had an issue with links just weren't coming up because for some reason they were coming up a different color and they were blending the page and couldn't see them. There's a link right there. Okay, cool. That's all running. And links weren't activating. They had to go in and be fixed again. So there's all this stuff we had to go through to make sure everything is running correctly. All right, so that's all done there. There. Let's go pop over to limited edition shopping cart. Demonstrations background is activating, so that's good. Check the cart, make sure links are activating. Yeah, all the other links right here are activated, flashing to show they're working quite well. All policies are connected because last time I forgot the entire policy one side. I had to go in there and put the policy back in. All right, that's in there, so that's good to go. Sharing information. Okay. Our links are activated, and I got one link in there. One link in there should be activated. Let me see. United States Postal Service. That one? That's a number. There's a link right there. That's one link there. That should be in blue. I can't barely see that one. And this one over here. Let me see. Okay, we'll go back into it later. I'm going to jet over to blue. Let's go for the happy customers here page. We have to add in more video players, and we have to add in I can expand this page. No, I just added a section. I forgot we can drop sections in this bad boy. So that's the customers page. I thought that would be a cool kind of add to it. People clapping in the background would be pretty cool to show up. All right, about us, which basically tells us why we started our company. Let's see, God is amazing. Through God, all things are possible. Our Christian-based company is based on designing it better and more affordable and advanced. Let's see, advanced. More advanced ambient injection. We don't need this here. This is two plays on words. This has to come out of here. So we have to clean that up. We'll go back and clean that up. We don't need advanced ambient injection. We don't need that there. It's not there. Affordable. Should be affordable. If it's an advanced, and we have two N's in here. It should be in there. Okay, we need to write this a little better in here. Advanced projection, screen paints, end screens. It says end screens, even though you don't see screens, that's for the future. The 67s, which are not going to be called 67s. Chances are it's probably going to have some kind of Greek mythology name attached to it, something crazy attached to it. And it's not a fabric, it's a physical motorized projection screen. This is why I explain to people, I can't express enough, we are not you. We don't think like you, we don't work like you, we don't function like you, we don't do anything like you. And if I say a product and I announce a product, try to second guess what it is will make you look like a complete idiot. It's not, we don't do things on the same level. 67 is not a fabric screen, it's a physical motorized projection screen. And we don't even know if we're going to call it 67. That's what the nickname was given. Just like right now, they don't even know what label is slander because they don't know what labels we're going to be using because we have particular labels. These are labels we're showing off are just basically test labels that we're thinking about using, but they're not the actual physical label. Can't show that off until the copyright goes through. Let's see, Black Series projection. But that's a shame that I had to say that we literally have people who have nothing better to do but to just watch everything we do. That's kind of sad. But go ahead and you can watch this all you want because you can watch this climb and climb and climb and you'll still be down there just watching us until you're doing something better yourself so you can be climbing along with us. Let's see, better to say, better spring paints for a better future in home or business theater projection. We give our thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. All right, and let's see, let's go over into our demo section. There we go. I like how the happy face comes out of nowhere. There we go. There's the paint on demonstration we did showing how easy it is to paint the products to the wall. That we put down, yeah, paint on demonstration right there. Here's the demo version. This is all Black Series technology right here on display. Picture displays right here. Demonstration 720p versus 1080p. All these demonstrations are right there. Our true ambient light projection black technology game showing you demonstrations in fully lit environments. This is the 3D applications right here for 3D mapping. Got 2 more videos to do for that one. Ultra short throw demonstrations. Projector you just saw downstairs. This is the ones we have displayed up here on a $60 ultra short throw. Advanced ambient light projection, window technology. Yeah, that stuff, I told you this was pretty insane. That stuff is crystal clear. That stuff is crystal clear. And that's on a 720p ultra short field projector I got on an open box for like $300. Fusion Gamer. These are the game demonstrations for the Fusion Gamer. Some nice trailers in there. Here's some more videos we're doing today to fill that spot up. So we're gonna have that finished. Test demonstrations. This is where I can't express enough that people who make screen paint products need to have this page. It's a test page which shows all your test demonstrations on your products. So when I'm on camera, I don't have to be putting this against the screen and that against the screen unless they request it. But other than that, say, hey, look, we got a test page. You can go there and check out all test demonstrations under the products. There we go, versus certified screens, versus black paint, black fabric, certified screens, ultra short throws, low lumen projectors, they're all up there. Everything's up there. All done live. Window technology displayed outside. Black versus black. We have some demonstrations on black versus black. It's not even funny. So when I sit there and say that, and not to be rude, that those of you that are avoiding to do tests under basic house paints, and you still want to consider yourself in the same category as us, again, where are your tests? Because we test over here. So I don't know how you guys are comparing yourself to us. At the end of the day, we do the same thing, and you call yourself being able to make our products at the end of the day when you have not passed one single of our tests and you haven't done any tests yourselves. Basic test that you have to go through is house paint. That's a demonstration on a 1,000 lumen projector sitting 14 feet back and a max out zone with all that light, and it has to be to pull that image up. And I keep expressing, where are your tests? But you guys want to be the first one ranting about somebody's product being fake, but yet you have no test demonstrations, nothing at all. Here's test demonstrations showing huge screens laying against black screens on every level you can possibly think of. The test demonstration right there, paint on demonstration right there. Screen was 25% done when we did that test right there. Let me see. Let's go over to our links page. This one has the bounce to it. So we're going to do a couple tutorial videos. One basically for showing you how to navigate eBay, what to look out for, and the other one's going to basically for customers when asking about navigating Projectors Central. So that's what these two are going to be. And let's go over to the More. Now the More page has the projector ad tech technology in there and the Black Series projector mapping. You can go in there, that's where you get that information from. So let's go over to the page, because we didn't have enough room in the header, we literally ran out of room. So this right here shows the window technology, which we're working on. Gets information on it right there. There's the demonstrations that we have for the window technology. Oh, there's supposed to be another video in here. I gotta get that video and put it in there. And there's a picture display show right there. And then we'll have more videos down here as we go along. I'm gonna go back to the More. Go over and hit for this is the 3D mapping. I love this page right here. We did some crazy stuff in here. Check out the background. So I had to slow down the speed on the players or they would turn it in to be exact same speed as the background that's displaying at the same time. because we wanted to give it a kind of a 3D kind of effect to it for mapping, so we got to give that kind of a feeling. Ignite your imagination with our Advanced Ambient Projection 48 3D Mapping Black Series. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah, give all this thanks to my Lord. I learned a whole lot of stuff on this site and the updates on how to work this and utilize that. So this will give me a chance to probably next year when the exotics will be available, we can do an insane, crazy page with it, I'm still trying to figure out if they got a splash page on here. If they got a splash page, we can use that too on so many different things too. Splash pages for intros and stuff like that. They used to have flash intros. Oh, they were freaking cool. I don't know why they got rid of that. That's what I was saying. I wasn't being rude, because again, I can tell when a website's been rushed. When they just throw anything up there, they really don't take the time to put any effort, any information into it, nothing. And your website represents your product, it represents your company. That's what it represents. The information you have on there shows that's how much knowledge and information you have on your product. If you went to a site that was selling the PS5 and they were saying, okay, on button, off button, white, black, plays games, does videos, da-da. You're like, what the freak am I buying here? Because there's no freaking information. That's all you're getting. That's basically what you're getting off some sites. Is basically just giving you a few things. It's the site where we call them dummy sites, where they just throw just random stuff up there and nothing's done correctly. Everything is in disarray and chaos. And I wasn't being rude when I was saying that. I was literally telling you that no, this site was just slapped together real fast. No thought was ever put into it. There should be more information on it. And there's certain things on the site that are designed to take from the customer. So I literally had to, that's why I documented this, number one, for myself, because I want to come back and look at this later on in time, but to show people that they can go and watch me build this website as I'm putting it together, and the headache and frustration and everything I had to go through, things falling apart, things not working, this not happening, that not happening. All the time and work it takes in to build the site. It's a lot of work. But it shows that we know about our technology. If I'm going to put the time and effort into this, we have to have good technology, and I have to know this technology at the end of the day. All specification sheets are all based on tests. That's why the tests are being displayed. That's why the specification sheets, that's why they're that long. That's why our shipping policy is crazy with all this information in it. All this has to be in there so the customer can get a full understanding of how the product works, how it functions, and you really can't, if you're doing a website where you're just slapping things together, 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs of specifications, that's it. It should be at a point, you got so much information, you're just running out of space, like, ugh. Like literally, this is all, we don't have any more. I literally, in the video, you will watch the page literally crash. It crashed in one of the videos because I literally, computer systems tell me I ran out of memory. I'm like, wait a minute. No way, we paid for everything on top so we can have enough memory, but there was something that happened, and then basically went back in, everything boop, came back. Like, was no problem whatsoever. Because we're just feeding in so much information. You'll watch it in the video, you'll see the thing crash and come, error code will pop up. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And then come back in, everything whoop, comes back up. I went through that, and on when I was designing the specifications for the 39s, I figured since we're already on YouTube and I was already writing them in anyway, I might just do the specification sheets there, copy and paste it and take it over to the other website while I'm in there writing everything down. Because I kind of got carried away with it. I just started writing, I might just put it all in here right now and just get it done. I'm writing it all in there. And then a little icon pops up and says, hey, you maxed out. You only have 5,000 or 6,000, I think it is, that you're allowed to put in text. I'm like, okay, so we just leave it there. We'll put in what we need for this, copy and paste it, take it over to the site. We got 7,000 in there. So I don't know how that even works. That's why search engine optimizer wouldn't work. The search engine optimizer require like a certain amount. So I asked for like, one was 50 to 300 we had to put in there. I just put 297 to be close. but it still wasn't enough. We could have put so much more information in there. But then again, they don't want people in there reading books too. Oh, wait a minute, how would that work if you basically were doing a topic on something like you were doing something like nuclear physics or something like that, or hydroelectric energy, and you're like, you gotta have a ton of information in there, like how would that even work? So it'd be kind of cool to find out. All right, so everything is working quite well. We do need to add another video in there because we did do another video. I gotta go to my other account here. So this right here is the page for the Black Series. So the Black Series is going to have is we're trying to keep everything separated. We don't want things stacking into each other, and that's why we have this page separately, and then we have another page because we don't want the companies to be blending together. We don't want two separate companies, just want them blending into each other. Like the Exotics will have their own YouTube channel, Facebook, all that stuff, but you'll see bits and pieces of it posted here. Like, okay, on this page we'll advertise the Exotic, we'll advertise this, we'll advertise that, but we need it all to be separate. All right, let me see. We're going to take this video here. This is how clean that technology pulls up. Now, what you're seeing here, this is a huge piece of plexiglass that was coded. We can't show how it was coded. We can't show how many the applications that we can't show any of it. I can't even show you the other end on how the projector is set up. Nothing, because this is all under secret. And the reason why it's all under secret is because of the value of the technology. That's why. Really can't say too much about it at all, period. I mentioned maybe a price in the 1,000 range. We don't even know that yet either. We got to see how it's going to jump. Shouldn't have a problem. From everyone that I've actually showed these demonstrations to, they automatically want it in their storefront windows. So imagine, I can say you basically dressing up your storefront window for Christmas or Halloween or Thanksgiving. You don't have to do that. You can actually project it in there. And people say, oh, yeah, but projection technology, yeah, it's been out for a while. But the problem is it's never clean. It's always you're getting the land glare pulled off of it. Even ultra short throws, you get some bit of a glare. Images don't pop up correctly, and they can't pull off contrast for jack. And I've seen that. One of the number one things I see is contrast doesn't pick up. Angle gain is another problem. That's why if you watch a lot of storefront displays, very few of them are done on second and third floors. Because if you go look up, the angle gain, the screen disappears. That's the problem. The angle gain picks up pretty poor. So usually they have them on the first floor because the customer's going to be looking at it eye to eye, and it's going to be better for the image to pull up. That's why I was doing the demonstration outside, because I was showing that even if you have it high up, you can walk from one side to the next, you can still see it. And that's what one of the storefronts picked up on. They were like, whoa, these guys are walking around back and forth, and you can still see the flames and the fish coming off the window. So this is what makes this, out of all the technology we developed, this makes this one the most desirable. Because now you can advertise your menus from your restaurant. If you have real estate, you can do a 3D walkthrough through your or virtual walkthrough and show that up on your windows. You can advertise your menus from your restaurants. You got a fitness gym, you can do a little fitness training video, or even show it inside the class. Because remember, you can hook up live feeds now to projectors, and you can do a live feed from inside the class so people can get a reaction and see how it's like. Most people are nervous about joining gyms and stuff like that because they don't even know what the environment's going to be like. So, just to go in there and see it off the glass. Some people don't even want to walk in. They don't even want to walk into an establishment. But if you have all that advertised off the glass right there, they're like, wow, that's how it is. Art classes, anything you want, you have the power to advertise that right through your window. And it's not going to come up blurry. It's not going to come up. It's going to have detail to it because that is black technology, and it allows you to add more detail, more depth to the image. If you got an aquarium store, you can actually put a display of your fish tank. I told one guy it'd be pretty cool if he could stick a web camera inside the fish tank and he could project that image right on the glass. Foot Locker, McDonald's, Wendy's, clothing, all that stuff. is going to be interested in this technology because this is going to allow them to be able to display. It's way cheaper than paying the money for an expensive LCD monitor. The projector we're using on the floor, like I said, it's only a $300 Sony. We could have used a $60 unit, but I've got it in the next room. It's ultra short throw compatible. That's what we're running right now. That's what the low light at the bottom, that's ultra short throw running. And that projector is running in eco mode. We keep that in eco mode too. So there's going to be so many different ways. Now, the establishment where I'm moving at, they want these in all the windows. They want these advertising their logo in all the windows. This is what I like to do right here. That's how clean the image comes out. It's almost like having a TV in there, but it's not TV. Now we got a promoter coming on. The promoter has connections to get into places we can't get into. He's the one that can walk into a Foot Locker. He's the one that can walk into a McDonald's. He's the one that can walk into a GameStop and show off this technology. Now, so GameStop putting all that stuff in their windows, they can just have one large screen in there to display everything in one hit. They can show off multiple game trailers, anything they want. Now, if they don't want to use ultra short throw, they can use a long throw, mount it to the ceiling, take the image, shift it down, which is pretty easy to do. Lens shift capabilities, and some projectors, like my Christie in the back, comes with a quad. And it comes with the quad because it allows you to be able to display 4 different individual videos at the same time. And that's what they could literally do with that. Or just get a splitter. You can split the signal up into more like a quad splitter. Look how crystal clear this the scales come off of the lizards in the wood, the detail in the wood. Now you're just seeing the background of reflection. Ooh, look at that. It's coming off the glass. So we have these, and we haven't decided on which ones, but we do know that it will be somewhere in the range of $600 to probably, we don't know, probably in the range of $1,500, in that range. We already got people lined up to get this stuff put into the window. Matter of fact, we have 2 stores right now that will be the first ones. One's the ice cream parlor. They're going to be displaying their display in their windows, which will have them, and they're going to sign, well, they're not going to sign consent forms, they're contracted to us. And then we have a couple other stores that are going to be displaying theirs. So you think about close to about, roughly, you're talking about maybe easy 600 stores. Because I know how companies work. If there's a company running around this technology in their window, they're going to want it too. They're going to want the same vantage point as the other one, or they're just going to buy something better. They're going to spend more money to get something better than their competition. So it's going to go through the system. It's going to run like wildfire. It's going to do exactly what it's designed to do. This is the part where the paint's going to make good money. But this technology alone is going to make the bigger part, chunk of change that we need to basically to push in more stores and to get it on the next level. So at 600 stores, my sister said we can nail literally easily 600 stores in that one section with that technology. We already have a A nail salon. Woman has 34 salons. She wants that technology in every single window, and she just saw the videos of it. Now, my apartment set up, which I'm gonna have, you know, I have some things that are real nice up there, and they can come by, which they, again, you know, make sure they're all safe, because I don't want to get sick at the end of the day either. I have to be real careful about this, but they can come by and they can walk into the apartment and I can show them the technology right offhand. As I said, it's gonna be designed for show. So they can see it firsthand, or they can walk outside, because I'm gonna have this displayed in my window. Now, I'm not gonna be going outside recording outside, not gonna do that, because again, we have people who do not know how to be adults at the end of the day. But I forgot, they might not even, we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. That's why we have the attorneys. I keep forgetting about why we have attorneys now. But anyway, but they can come and they can see it in real life, which that's what I want. I want that reaction where they can see it in real life. And that's the reaction I get when I have some customers come to the house to pick up because they live right in the area. One guy lived right on the other side, and I was like, "We live over there." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "Yep." Shoot, surprised I haven't bumped into you. So he came down to pick it up, walked in the house, he saw the screens on display, said, "Wow, just like on the YouTube video." I said, "Yep, just like on a YouTube video, you saw it in real life." So that's why we need to get this also, not only online, we want to keep it online, but we need to get it offline. So we're talking about probably in the first month, we'll probably gain about 600 to 1,000 stores with this technology embedded into it at $1,500, $600 to $1,500 a pop. And if one gets it, it just falls like dominoes. The next one will get it, the next one will get it, the next one will get it. And that's it. Now, this involves an installer, which means somebody has to come in and install it to glass. I will not be doing this. I'll be paying people to do the installments. Of course, they'll be wearing our company's logos and all that stuff. We got to make uniforms and all that cool stuff. Because when they walk in, I want them to know who's installing this technology in. Now, someone was asking me about, this works on transparent surfaces. Someone was asking me about having a glass projection screen. I had to come up a couple of times a glass projection screen. I don't know, man. I'd be kind of terrified to have a glass screen, literally. All for the simple reason why it could easily shatter on so many levels. There was a fellow I was talking to, he wanted like a 1-inch thick sheet of glass elevated in the air. It's the equivalent of walking under a guillotine every day. Nah. No, I think just get plexiglass. Just do some plexiglass. That's extremely dangerous. Look at the contrast levels. Now, no, it's not going to pick up the black background because it's reflecting off glass. That's why it's glass technology. But it still can maintain a 100% contrast level. When you see the skin, that's all black technology triggering off. Now, the bigger contracts would be Gucci, Versace, Ralph Lauren, stuff like that. Cologne commercials, perfume commercials to display this fashion shows. Now, what will Mr. Bird be doing with a ton of his income? I told you what I'm doing with my income. I already told you that from the door. I'm going to be involved in a lot of charity groups. That's where I'm going to be involved in. No need all that. I just had a conversation about somebody, a friend of mine the other day. We were talking. She's a truck driver, and she's a female truck driver. She has a great deal of followers because a lot of people understand the trucking industry is a little different for women. It can be a bit of a push, if you put it this way. And she helps a lot of women that are just getting into the field, or help them get into the field to become truck drivers, female truck drivers. And she's just built up this huge, massive amount of followers, and she's trying to figure out what to do with it. And I'm giving her some information on how to get set up with websites and memberships and stuff like that. And she does everything quite well. She'll be retiring early and still be able to give advice. All that knowledge that she has in her head, 15 years of being a driver, in different forms of rigs and trucks and all kinds of stuff. Right now she's doing she's doing wide loads. And they got wide loads, the trucks that drive by, and they have police escorts. Some of them have police escorts behind them. Depending on also too, police escorts are also there too, not only because of the length of that truck, but also what the truck is carrying too. They could be carrying some very serious and very expensive stuff. So it's another reason why. Look at the white levels on that. Is that same? That's one of the things I'm doing my research when I'm watching a lot of the rear window projecting technology, is that their white level and contrast, those colors wash out too. It's not vivid, it's not bright, it's not sharp. Now, can you imagine having that in your storefront window, just doing a Christmas display? And you don't have to pay any money for an expensive program. Just stick a Fire Stick in there. You get YouTube. You pay that $11 a month. That's all you're paying. It's for commercial free, and that thing will run all day. It runs not all day. It runs like 8-9 hours. It runs for a very long time. And you can display that right there in your window. That's going to draw a lot of attention. And then people are going to come into the store because curious what you got. Oh, the hit. No, we did this one. This one we did the hit no screen on. It's clean, beautiful colors. And it has to be clean as clean can be, because remember, this is your advertising going on this glass. So let's do is advertise on something where the image is muddy and colors are bland and white levels are poor, contrast is poor. You want the colors to be vivid. This is what you're selling. If you're selling fruit and vegetables, you want it to be vivid on the store. You're selling makeup, you want the skin tones to be nice and bright. Should have did flowers. I'll do that today. I'll do some demonstrations on flowers, and we'll do some commercials. Oh, we gotta do a couple of car commercials off of this. So we'll do some commercials on it. Get some copyright-free commercials. Yeah, the skin tone is gorgeous. Oh, the Techno screen. Look how bright the image, the white levels come up. That screen also too, because it's Black Series technology, supports 100% of the heightener technology. That's literally how bright it comes up on that screen. Like I said, what you're seeing right here, this is a huge sheet of plexiglass sprayed. Can't tell you how it's sprayed. There is an application process. It isn't like you're going to wait 3 or 4 applications. No, it's an instruction video we'll have, but it's very easy to do. We just can't show you any of that until everything is basically finalized with all the paperwork. So those of you looking to upgrade your business, bring some more traffic to your home front store, or wherever you're going to have it at the end of the day. Well, this is how you do it. I guarantee you, this is going to draw an attraction right to your window, your front door, or your window. It's going to bring business right in there. You'll have people getting out of cars just to park, just to look at it. I just noticed that. I just noticed that. That is so freaking cool. I just noticed that. Look when she hits the ball. It looks like it goes over top my railing. Watch. Whee! I didn't notice that at first. I was like, wait a minute. It just like the ball went over my railing. Look. Do, do, do. Wait, just the right. She hits it. There she goes. Look at the ball. Whee! It goes over my railing. That is funny. That is absolutely hilarious. I just noticed that. We gotta do a baseball game one here. I gotta see that multiple times. And I'm gonna do highlights for what do you call it? For baseball hits, for home runs. So I can see that the ball just constantly going over the railing. So big changes, yeah, changes are going to be not much to tell you the truth. The changes in new comedy coming in. We did drop the prices on the Crystal Age to make room for these technology right here. Prices are always going to remain the same. A few people saying, "Oh, you guys are going to be out there, you're going to blow up, you're going to do that. Prices are going to jump to the roof, it's going to cater." No, because that would be going against what I was doing to begin with, to even the playing field against the certified screens and all that other stuff at the end of the day. So no, our prices are always going to remain the same, so that way we don't end up being like those jokers. At the end of the day, I'm trying to make it so everybody can afford the technology. Everything's going to stay exactly the same as it always has. And all contracts, if we do acquire contracts with them, I like the contracts I have now. Am I interested in anything new? I don't know about that yet. That I have to fill out, because I don't feel like going through the headache, as I explained before, when I have people within the day that drag their feet, and I don't like people who drag their feet. I do like people who go in there and get the job done. So why would I need you if I basically have multiple storefronts in every place you can possibly think of? I can do the thing that I needed you guys to do at the end of the day. So don't know about that yet. Especially if we can do it ourselves. A little outer space. So let's see what video we need to get to. I think we did this one already. We need to go back to my other page. This one. Black series. Where is the page for this? I also have to look through a search engine optimized. Search engine just brought up a bunch of other search engines that now I have to apply the application and all those right there to get those done. This is the last of the last. We're designing a Twitter account next under the technology. And like I said, we're going to be advertising on the Crystal Ridge. You're going to see both companies being advertised back and forth. The reason why we're just pushing so much into this one, we've done the Crystal Ridge already. When Crystal Ridge started off, man, we did tons of videos, information, pushing, dropping the site here. So we have to do the same thing to this site. You know, people are thinking that because we're putting all this energy into this site, is we're forgetting the other one. We're not forgetting the other one. The other one actually got upgrades to it. We added some new stuff to it, but we had to put all this push into it so we can get it out there and get it noticed, get it online, get it displayed. So anytime somebody says, "Hey, what's your website? Where's your all that has to pop up. And I don't want people to get it mixed up by saying, "Oh, he's only doing this so he can make millions and millions of dollars and so and so and so." You're missing the point. People make those comments, or you're missing the point. You just over the top of your head. If I wanted to make that kind of money at the end of the day, I'd sell out. That's it. I wouldn't even bother wasting the time to build a website for what? I would just basically submit my technology to one of these companies over here and say, "Hey, look, I'm willing to give up selling up him out of the game. They would love to see me out of the game. Oh yeah, he's leaving. Yeah, give him whatever he wants. Let him go about his business and just forget yarn go. But no, it's not about that. That's why I took the time to build the site, construct all this stuff, so we can introduce new technology that at the end of the day, that the customer doesn't have to spend all this money for certified. That's why we have the test screens to certified screens, because I can't come out there and say that we're better than certified if I have no proof that we're better than certified. I have to have those tests. And if customers are asking me about 1,000 lumen projectors, we do bump into quite a few of those, the 1,000 lumen, 1,200 lumens, 1,500, 1,600 lumen projectors. And they're saying, well, how does your product work against my projector? So low caliber, so black screen isn't going to pull up. That's why we have all the tests, all the demonstrations are there. For white levels, everything is all there. You know, we got that screen with that huge screen, white screen laying against it. We just don't show up contrast and color. We show everything, white levels, the whole 9 yards, so everybody can see exactly what they're purchasing and what they're getting at the end of the day. But it's about the customer having better technology, because again, why should you have to be subjected to the haves and the have-nots? Why do you have to be in that category? So if you have deep pockets, you can afford a $4,000, $5,000 projection screen with another 4,000 or 5,000, even more expensive projector. And if you don't have the money, then tough cookies. You're just going to have to deal with the white screen or try to figure out something on your own. So why in the world should you have to be subjected to that? Don't you deserve the best like everybody else? Why should you be the one that only you can't afford to have that because you don't have deep enough pockets? So that's why we do all those tests against certified screens. So my customers can go back and say, guess what? My screen's better than yours. Here's the test on my demonstration right here, backing it up. There you go. It's not just for us. Our customers can come in and stand behind our products because our tests are there. So if one of my customers walk into any one of those forum sites and somebody's in there with a Dark Star 9, and I say, well, my screen's better than yours. So what do you mean you're right here? And they can go out and get that Dark Star 9 sample sheet, stick it against their screen, and I guarantee that technology will take it out. You spend how much for your screen? Yeah, that's what I spent for mine. Mine can do up to 150 inches. And my projector cost, there you go. We done gave you automatic bragging rights right from the door. And if they don't believe you, oh, where's it showing on the website? Where you want to start at? He got it here, he got it there, he got it there, he got it there. He's got 250 inch screens. What about outside? Oh, outside? Check out his other website. 250 inch screens coming off yeah, there you go. We can back it up. Or I can do the same thing with house paint. Oh, I love those people at the end of the day so much. I love them so much. The ones that say, well, we do the same thing with house paint. We can do the same thing with a black sheet. I don't think you can. There you go, buddy. I can't wait to do those displays on camera. Not on camera, but in front of a group of people. Those ones I like. That's why I can't wait. I'm going to have me a setup where I'm going to have 120 inch drywall on a platform that can be wheeled out. And I'm going to have two customized paint rollers. One's going to be for Crystal Ridge with our logo on the side of it. The other one's going to be for the Black Series. I want to get a little neon glow on it. That'd be pretty cool. With neon glow in it, that'd be pretty cool. So anyway, two customized rollers. So when I do this display in front of an audience, I can go out there and show a gray screen and white screen, and I can display something off of it. I can just roll in it and let it dry like I do on camera, like we did right over here, right next to a window. Have the lights on, have it right next to a window, do the demonstration, and show the cheap old model projector we're using. Put the specifications right up on the screen. This is my projector, this is what we're using, no calibration, hook it up, we're done, that's it. And while that screen is drying, I'll be down there in the crowd, mingling, passing out my business cards, and saying, look, answering questions and stuff like that, while the audience is watching the screen dry right in front of them. Because when you do a demonstration like that, it shows that you have confidence in your product, that you don't have to sit there and watch and wait for it to dry. You can walk right off the stage and start mingling with the crowd, start basically communicating, networking, while they're sitting there watching that screen dry right. No, I don't need to be there. Technology does its own job. And my friend's going to set up a show where my screen's going to show multiple colors, white levels, and contrast. And then set up a reel for that because we want to be displayed. I want to keep going back in and go, get me this, get me this, get me that. We can display it right from there. So the same thing I do on camera, and take the paint, black paint, and right into the screen and All that stuff will be done in front of other people, taking sheets and throwing it over top of it and cutting them, splitting them in half and showing the screen pushing through. All those demonstrations are designed to be set up also too outside. No, it's not outside, but for showroom demonstrations around other people. Oh, I forgot about that. She tells me they have a whatchamacallit over there. They have an expo. They have a huge expo stadium over there where people come in and show off their new technology and stuff like that. Woo! I'm gonna be there. I'm definitely gonna be there with my. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there. Definitely gonna be there for that. Definitely. We can do paint on demonstrations right there at the expo. So yeah, I told you. I plan to, when I leave out of that, not actually not leaving that state. I like that state, but I plan to be a millionaire. And what I plan to do with my money is basically my money is being made because I have not talking about driving fancy cars and having big homes. That's not my purpose for making that kind of money. My purpose for making that kind of money is to help other people out. It's for charity. You got people who have cancer. You have people that don't have nothing to eat. You have people have hard time living, trying to find super places to live. There's a whole lot of stuff going on at the end of the day. And 20, that means, what you call this, some damage on top of that. People need help at the end of the day. So I'm not making money so I can basically drive fancy cars and all that stuff. I want to make a lot of money and become a millionaire so that way I can help other people out. I don't want my life to change. My life is simple. I don't want it to change. I like my life the way it is. You know what I mean? I'm a kind of person that can sit down and have a ham sandwich, watch some old-fashioned cartoons, watch westerns, and I like to watch Green Acres and stuff like that. Simple. I'm not into the fancy clothes and stuff. I ain't into that. A pair of nice Chucks and some cargo pants with a t-shirt, maybe with a logo on it. Happy man. I don't need to have all that rich stuff at the end of the day. Now, technology, on the other hand, that's probably my weak part right there. I am a tech junkie. But still, I wouldn't spend that kind of money because I would be thinking at the end of the day that somebody else would need it more. The reason why the other video, I had a video yesterday I deleted it. I didn't like what I said on the video because I was boasting. Christians aren't supposed to boast, and I had to remove the video because it was wrong. Bragging about buying Rolexes, and I do want a couple expensive suits that I do like. I love suits. I do want a couple custom tailored suits, particularly from England, Scotland, stuff like that. I do, but I like England. I like the way their suits are designed. A double-breast suit with the tie and the pocket watch. I kind of like that stuff. The derbies, oh yeah, I love that one so much. But yeah, gotta be careful about bragging and boasting. Very dangerous. I don't like to be that person. But I am definitely going to be helping other people out. And even at the time before I even become a millionaire, I'm going to be helping people out at the end of the day. If it's God's will for me to be that person at the end of the day, then I will be that person. If it's not, then so be it. But either way, I'm still going to be donating to charities at the end of the day because why not? Why not? Let me see. We need this one. If I didn't copy it already, after copying it already, where are we at on here? This is not it. Where are we at? I'm here somewhere. Is this it? No. Why do we have all these pages in here I need to do? I don't need no giant mansions and all that stuff for what? What was the purpose? I'm not even going to be in half those places to begin with. And most people get that for show. It's not necessary. You're not going to be in all those rooms. That's virtually impossible. And tell me you have a 40-bedroom mansion, you're going to be in all 40 bedrooms. Honestly. You buy 60 cars, you're going to drive all 60 cars. Yeah. That's just, yeah. That's, you spend the money for, I'm not trying to say people should be happy, do what you want to do at the end of the day, but the way I think at the end of the day, why in the world would I need a $500,000 car when that's a $500,000 so they want to see or have a roof over top their head or something else? Could want something far better than a car. Now I like bikes. I like the Chief. You ever heard of bikes called Chiefs? They're up there with Harley Davidson's old ones. They're old bikes. So that I would like to get. But do I need 4 or 5 of them? For what? Treat it like a favorite pair of shoes. That's all I'm going to use. No, let's see. Where are you at? I know you were in here. Is this you? Ah, we found you. Yeah. All right. So we gotta put that video at. We're missing the video here somewhere. I think it's in the. Let's see. This one's done. These are done. This is projector mapping. Let's see about that. Let's go over to. I think it's in the other page. It's in the more page. More. It's in. Let me see. This is glass technology. Yeah. So you'd be over in your section right there. So yeah, over here, glass technology. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is it in the demo? I think it's in the demo. Maybe it's in the demo. Let's go check the demo. Demo test. Demo test. Let me see. Not in the demo test. I know I saw something missing somewhere. And it wasn't in. Oh, we did tech. We did class. Why did I see one video not in there? Was it in demos? See if it's in demos. So one of these I saw it in. That's the pictures. It has to be here. That's a 3D. Glass technology. No, we have it right there for glass technology. I could have swore I saw it somewhere else that was different. Man, I forget where it's at. Was it in home? Let's check home. Oh, you're definitely in the wrong section with that one. We had to come over to the pages. You're in home. Yeah, I was telling you about that. I forgot that. Sorry, what I know about that. A friend of mine, he's going to be the truck driver, female truck driver, who has all these followers. And again, she can help a lot of people out, women especially, that are going into the field to be able to understand what they're getting themselves into before they go in. She can teach them all the ins and outs and everything. And she made a statement as we're talking that she wants to be a millionaire. And I'm like, money isn't everything. Money can make you miserable. It can bring all kinds of trouble. All kinds of trouble. People think that people who win the lottery end up being happy. Actually, some of them are very, very miserable. Very miserable. And some people actually end up committing suicide. They're not happy at all, period. If it's not done right, you can bring on a whole lot of misery into your life. You can bring people into your life that are pretty much will be their sole goal is pretty much to watch you self-destruct. You have bring on a bunch of yes men, you definitely be bringing that in at the end of the day. And that's why a lot of people do have money just pretty much to stay to themselves and don't want to be bothered because they're used to being stabbed in the back and everything else you can think of, every kind of trick and every kind of scam you can think of under the sun they've been introduced to. So you bring on a lot of nightmares with you. You do. People will be your friends because you have what you have, and then the ones that are actually true to you, that are actually are your friends, those are the ones that don't take anything from you because they don't want anything from you. They're just happy being your friend. At the end of the day, that's all they want. They don't want nothing from you. Those are the good friends. But the ones that are, the minute you mention, hey, I want to go shopping. Oh, can I go shopping with you? So, you know, because they know that you got the money. No. Here's what you got to worry about. It brings a lot of misery. And I know people that have serious, considerate amounts of money, and they're not happy. They're just not happy at all. That's why I can't figure out, when people can't figure out, well, he's a millionaire, why would he commit suicide? They're not happy. You know, I remember going through depression. Imagine you can't find one single person to just treat you like a normal person. Everybody's got to treat you different because you got money. People are afraid to tell you if you made a mistake, or people are afraid to tell you if you do something wrong because they don't want to lose out on getting that money from you. That's a horrible way to live. So if you got a big old piece of broccoli sticking right in the middle of your mouth, they're not going to tell you, hey, you got broccoli in the middle of your mouth, because they're afraid to make you make it. That, I'd rather have that person at the end of the day. That's why my true friends at the end of the day are people that I haven't gotten into arguments with. If I haven't gotten into an argument with you, like a little serious argument, like, yeah, I'll come to your house and I'll beat you, like a dog kind of argument, and we can make up, be friends the next day, like it never even happened, that's a good friendship right there. I gotta argue. All my friends I have friends with, I've had arguments with, I've cut them off, I've blocked them, and then we still friends at the end of the day. That's a good friendship right there. Person don't care what you have or what you're saying, don't care. At the end of the day, they just want to hang out with you and that's it. That's a good friend. People just around you for the sake and they agree on everything you say, ugh, they're the worst. Those are the worst. But then you got some people that like those people because they got to constantly be in the limelight. They need that constant attention. They need someone to constantly tell them that they're this, that, and the other. And they end up miserable too. And they're very miserable because it gets to a point in your life where you realize that you need more than just that. You need to be around real honest people at the end of the day, real friends at the end of the day. People don't care about your status. This is the reason why a lot of these people who have these famous status, a lot of them don't marry other famous people. They want a person who doesn't care about anything of what they are. So you can be like the biggest rock band on the face of the planet, and women would jump at you all day long, but you'll always meet that one person like, so what do you do for a living? Like, you don't know who I am? Like, no, I really don't know who you are. Who the freak are you? I'm so and so. Okay, and good for you. I'm glad that's working out for you. I got things to do. Bye-bye. That's the one they fall in love with. That's the one that they desire. Not the millions of groupies. The one that denies them. The one that couldn't give a flying fish stick what they do and what they make at the end of the day. Big deal. Good for you. I'm glad that's working out for you. Gonna pat on the back and walk away. That's the one they go after. The one that don't want them. Because that's the one that's gonna keep it real with them. Not the groupie. Not that, no. That's why I told her at the end of the day, nah, you don't want to be rich. At the end of the day, if you don't have God, you definitely don't want to be rich. The devil has so much to toy with you on that. It's not even funny. You ever look at the history on the Roman Empire, on basically how they had to rise to power? It is freaking jacked up. I'm a person who loves to study history. I love to study about kings and emperors and all that stuff and how they made it to their status. And if you ever studied the Roman Empire on rise to power, good gracious, they murdered each other left and right. Didn't make a difference if they were brothers or sisters or cousins. They wiped out entire bloodlines to make sure they stayed in power. Crazy stuff. I mean, you couldn't trust anybody, and I can understand why, if you look at what went on in the Roman Empire. I mean, even though, yes, their civilization was much more advanced, they were into politics and into more technology, had this insane army and all that stuff. But in between that, it was sheer madness that was going on because trust was not with them at the end of the day. That's why they have that handshake. You ever seen when they shake hands, they grab each other's wrist to show that they don't have a dagger behind their back or basically up their sleeve. And that's when they grabbed their hand, they could feel if there was a blade in there. As a handshake of trust. It wasn't just a particular handshake. It was just basically to show that they weren't carrying a dagger up their sleeve to stab you in the back as you walked away. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that went on, man. Political power. People just always wanted that power, that power, that power. And they wiped out entire generations, mothers, kids, whatever. Anything that was going to come up in the line of power. Kings have been doing it for centuries, wiping out entire bloodlines so basically they can remain in power. You don't want that. They even had taste testers. I even did the research on the taste testers. Everything. Jesters back then weren't considered to be fools. They were fools, but they weren't the fools everybody thought. The ones that, it's two different versions of jesters. You have the one jester that had the hats with the bells and stuff and different color clothing. That really wasn't the real jesters that they had at that particular time. Jesters actually dressed a little colorful, but not on that level. there were two different versions. There were ones that actually performed before the king, and then there was the town jester, which are the ones that got pelted with fruit when treated with disrespect. But actually, truthfully, jesters are actually quite intelligent. They were very intelligent. You look it up. Look up, what's it called? The history I look at. It's a history channel that I go to look at. But I like to look at the real history at the end of the day. But I found that fascinating. Oh, let's get back to the whole damn being rich thing. Yeah, well, anyway, like I said, it comes with misery. It does. I mean, people say, well, I don't have bills and stuff to pay. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's a perk right there. You don't have to pay for bills and stuff like that. You never have to worry about this, and you can buy whatever you want on the face of the planet and blah, 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 blah. Also, it's an easy way to lose your soul at the end of the day also, too. People get caught up on chasing money and 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 chasing money. Want to be rich, want to be rich, want to be money, 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 money. And then when the time comes when you're laying on your deathbed, when it's your time to go to where you need to go, they are scared to death because they don't know what's waiting for them on the other side. Now, Christians at the end of the day don't fear this. We welcome this when it's our time to go. We can't wait because, again, they're not trying to get off the earth any faster, but I'm just saying that when we're dying, it's our time to go. We're not afraid of this because we know where we're going at. I'm 100%. When it's my time to go, I'm good. I'm not fighting that. Pull the plug. Let me go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home and see Jesus. But there are people that are not ready for that yet. And if you're scared to death, if this scares you, then you need to basically reevaluate your life. And they can't, all the money they have, billions and billions and millions of dollars, they can't add 1 minute more. They have to go. So, when it says in the Bible that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter heaven, because at the end of the day, their money becomes their God. And Jesus spoke it crystal clear when he asked, the guy came up to him and he said, look, I practice the Sabbath and, I do this and I do that. And Jesus said, hey, give up everything you have, pick up your cross and carry it and come with me. And he basically couldn't pick up the cross. He walked away sad because he had great possessions and he didn't want to give them up. And that became his God. He was right there before God himself, and you chose your riches. Something that you will not be taking with you when it's time to go. And something that will never give you the ability to buy more time. That's why they do all the plastic surgery. You're just trying to buy time, but you can't buy time at all. Apparently, you're going to have to go sooner or later. Now, the worst thing is Jesus said when you enter and you see Jesus and he looks at you and he says, I don't know you. Oh, man, I couldn't imagine hearing that one, that I don't know you. Because there's only two. There's Jesus and the devil. And one does know you and one doesn't. I'd rather have the devil not know me and have Jesus know me than have it the other way around. So you don't know what's waiting for you. You're not taking one red cent with you. So the God that you served on this earth, you will not be taken with you in the next life. You will go in the same way you came in, naked with nothing. So that's why, I explained to her that don't get obsessed with riches and all that stuff. Work on it. She's a Christian woman. Work on a relationship with the Lord. Work on a relationship with the Lord. Lord will provide everything you need. If that man had said, you know what? You're right, Jesus. I'm going to drop all my money. I don't need it. I'm going to pick up my cross and go with you. Jesus was going to provide for him. And he wouldn't have the, who knows? I can't say what God was going to do because that's not for me to say. But when you think about it, God's not going to let him starve to death or be home. He didn't allow that to happen at the end of the day. He's going to provide for him. Maybe not on the status he wants to be at, but he's still going to be taken care of. And in the end, when he passes off the earth, he's going to the kingdom of heaven. And all that stuff he has is just going to lay behind. Other people are going to fight over it and all that nonsense. All right, we need to figure out where we had that link at. It's not here. It's not here. It's not in the black shop. It wouldn't be in the limited edition. I saw an empty player in there. Maybe that was on let's see something on there. I'm curious. I'm going to put this in preview. I might have been on an old page, scrolling through it, and then didn't refresh the page, and that's what I could have saw. Let me refresh just in case. No, we're good. We're in preview mode. So anything we just did would be in here. So if it pops up, we would definitely see it. I'm thinking we just missed the video. And to be able to see Christ, to talk to Jesus, man. If I was that rich man, I'd have ran into the house. Okay, you can have it all. I'm out of here. I just met Jesus on the side of the road. I gotta go. What am I need all that for? Just like if God came down and told me right now, I'm sitting there a millionaire, and he says, okay, you leave everything behind you. You got that. I'm good. I'm definitely what I need it for. If God's going to provide everything for me. I don't need him good. And I get to be around God himself. Jesus, are you kidding me? All the questions I would have to ask something that they're kind of curious. What do you do for fun? What entertains you? Can I hear you laugh? That kind of stuff like that we want to know. Stuff like that. Before the fall of man, did animals have the ability to be able to talk? You do know that basically that we were, before the fall of man, that we were quite intelligent creatures, extremely highly intelligent creatures. We're intelligent now, but we were way beyond that. And then man had immortality, which means he didn't die. There was no such thing as death. There was no such thing as destruction. There was no such thing as war. There was no such thing as greed or hate. None of that at all, period. None of that existed. There was no hunger, none of that stuff. None of that existed. And the lion could lay down with a lamb. None of that. All right, we got it. Oh, it's not here, so I'm pretty sure it's not happy because it wouldn't be in about. It would have to be in demos. So I think I was on a page that wasn't refreshed. Everything's here. I literally had to put captions in all the pictures. Next time I learned that when I do pictures, put the captions in right from the door. Then that way I have to turn around and do it again. Go through all those pictures again. All right, that's projector mapping, so that has nothing to do with that. That's ultra short throw, and this is the glass technology. Yeah, I did do it because that's one that was missing on the other end. So I did go in and do that. This would be for mapping technology. And picture demonstrations, paint on demonstrations for that. All right, and the Fusion Gamer wouldn't have it, and test demonstrations would have it. Links, we wouldn't have links in it for that. The links would be something completely different, and more would be the other technology. So all that would be in there. All right, I need to, let me see. I need to just finish that. This is Facebook, right? We finished the Facebook. So I figured out why I wasn't seeing the icon up there to allow me to go in and change out the page, because when I made the Facebook account, I made it on my cell phone. So the cell phone would give me access to go in and change whatever I want. These are all the pictures we added into the site. And I do need to, let me see something for a minute. Where is the YouTube channel? I did copy the video for the YouTube channel. I can't go in here and put it in. I'll have to go over to, I'm gonna go through the other sites, other accounts we have. 11 profiles. These is on me. Groups. Oh, gotta get a drag and drop for that. Okay, let me see. Pictures. Where's that, no, that's not supposed to be on there. I forgot we had to link a cell phone up to this bad boy yesterday. It would be in, let me see. No, yes, it would be in Fusion Gamer. This is where it would be at. Here it is, right there. That'd be in Fusion Gamer. So you would have to take this and then drag this over here. Put that right there. Put that over there. Okay. I don't like to show off people's information, you know, that works for me. Alright, let me see. What are we missing on here? No. See the true ultimate contrast screen with any witness. I've been missing. Alright, all these have got to be updated. I got to update all these pages. I want to just go over to the search engine optimizer and see. We got all that done. Everything's taken care of on that one. What is this right here? These are working on the inbox for communications. Let me see. Notifications, enable. These are all enabled, right? Desktop notifications. Let me see. What do we got here? We're doing the whatchamacallit. Choose notifications to receive on your dashboard. What do we got here? Messages, that's all good. Invoices, all that stuff in there. Emails, choose which email notifications. When we choose on here, we got bum. They're all freaking checked in, though. What's the point? We know what it is. And they're all checked. They're good. Everything's good. Go back to your settings, though. Alright, so they're all in there. All good. Let me see. Let's see. Mobile, go to mobile notification. Do we have to fill that thing out? Yeah, probably do. Let's get it done. Mobile app application. Oh, this is what we gotta do. We gotta get one of these. This is not hard to do. We literally have to go in to a Wix app to get that. So we have to design that right there. That's not hard to do. I'll do one of those today. Did all that to finish. Alright, that's done. That's all done. Right there. Let's see. We don't do the chat. Let's see. Facebook, Instagram, connect my account. Do that later on today. Wix Forms. Install. That's already been installed. What's up? App coming soon. You don't have that coming soon? What? You can have it in there right now. All right, we got it on Facebook anyway, so we're linked to our Facebook page. I gotta go in there and update some information and link all that together. All right, that's all good. What is, let me see, phone number. We're not put in there yet because I got an 800 number that I applied for the company. Ooh. You know, the one that comes on that says you're being recorded for training purposes. Yeah, we got one of those coming in. 800 number. All right, notifications. So let's go to notifications and take a look at inbox. All right, boom. Sorry about that, people. All right. All right, cool. All right, everything's working. It's functioning perfectly. All right, cool. Yes, sir. Yes, all working. All right, that's good. I'll probably do an upgrade later on, but now we got this good right now. It's all working. All tests, everything came through. Whoop-de-doo. All right, it's done. All right, that's finished. I need to go to something that popped up here for the search engine optimizer applications. All right, now our search engine optimizer applications. What we done right here pretty soon. Where do you have the applications on here? It's definitely not it. That's one thing. What's this right here? It's not it. Just saw you in here. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Ah, man. So basically, this option pops up when you finish and complete 100% of the search engine optimizer wizard. You have to go in and you have to basically submit your domain name into these particular search engines right here. So you pop up. Bing is one of them. There's a couple of them that come up that you allow you to be going and actually submit. Or basically, if you know how to find the option or the advanced menu on Google or any other site, you can go in and you can submit it yourself. This is how you get picked up. But it also helps to basically submit your web address in every single thing you stick it in. Right now, in every single YouTube video, there is that web address in there constantly all the time in every single one. So if anyone types up videos, all that information will pop up. Test demonstrations have the web address in every last one of them. So all that information pops up. And then we have a certain keyword that we use. It's an abbreviation for the technology. We embed that into everything. So right now, these are all the things we'll be asking you, stuff like that. Name, stuff like that. Let's see, to verify the test. Let me see for a minute. What have we done right here? Okay, and domain name. This is it. That's why I tell people, you know, instead of being subjected to eBay's freaking headache at the end of the day, and a lot of people go in there and they get robbed and they got to deal with all the fees. You won't have any fees over here at all, period. You have control of this. What terrifies me about eBay, and I feel sorry for some people who do business with eBay on that level, is you can literally build a very good business off of eBay. And eBay, all they do is promise you it's just tons of traffic. Well, if you already have the traffic, you already have the customer base, you need to move your traffic and customer base to someplace else where you have control. And the biggest mistake, people get comfortable with eBay and don't realize that if you've got people buying on you on a regular basis and you're making really good money out there, then you need to design a website and move your traffic to your website. That's what you should do. That way you don't have to deal with all those ridiculous fees that they hit you with and restrictions and all kinds of crap at the end of the day. And keep in mind, this is a place that has the power. If they decide to remove your entire listing, they can do that. They have that right to do it. If they feel that you're not fitting in the first top 10 of people are not making them a certain amount of money and they figure you're dead weight, they can literally delete your entire store and that's it. That's your livelihood gone. So I tell a lot of people that the only thing about websites is you have to have traffic coming to the site so people can see your items. You have to advertise. If you already have the traffic and people know who you are, then you move that traffic over to a site where now you're not paying fees for every little thing. You don't have to worry about if, say, like I had an incident where I was selling vintage toys over on eBay and I had items that were coming back, missing stuff and all kinds of things that I was dealing with. You got a better chance fighting your battles here than over there because you're not that way. At the end of the day, you're not subjected to their policy. You have your own policy that you have, and that's a policy you can take someone to court on at the end of the day. So you're better off here. You're not going to be charged for all these individual fees on every little thing, a listing fee and fees for shipping, all kinds of crap that they charge for over there. But what turned me off on eBay, I was selling vintage toys over there, and everybody's going to get complaints. Everybody gets some. I got a couple complaints. I won out of the 3 complaints. I won 3 of them. I won 2 of them out of the complaints, right? So I lost 1. All right. because the guy basically did a chargeback on me and I lost, just like that. Remember, no batch numbers, none of that stuff, nothing backing anything up. So I lost that one. He went over and override and got his money back and kept my item at that. They didn't request for him to ship jack back at all, period. So just because I had those three different marks against me, big deal. You're expecting me to sell on here for about a solid year and not get any complaints? Everybody gets complaints. Everybody gets it. But because I got that, a lot of people don't realize when you start off on eBay, and we all should know this, that you don't start off at $10,000 or $20,000. You have to earn the right to be there. So you start off at something like, you can sell $250. I know they changed it in a while. 200. That's how it was when I was doing it. $250 worth of items, or you can sell one item of $250, a value of $250. So I finally got it up to around $10,000 doing sales on there, constant sales on there. And then when I got hit with this, the computer system evaluated my account. I came in, all my listings were gone. I was like, what the freak just happened? Well, we thought that your account didn't meet a certain requirement and we had to penalize your account. Like, well, who the freak has got an account out there who hasn't had any freaking problems with it or dealing with any jerk customers at the end of the day, that they got a clean account? Well, there's some people who have that and so and so and so. Man, your bar is too freaking high. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That literally doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So you're saying if I have a storefront and I'm not going to have no jerks that are going to come in, I'm not going to have anybody that's going to do anything dumb at the end of the day, everything's going to run smoothly for 1 year, that is bull crap at the end of the day. But because of that, they dropped my limit to sell to $500. 10,000 to 500. That's what triggered me. And at that particular time, I didn't realize that the Crystal Edge technology was making money. It was supporting itself. But that's the only reason why I opened up the shop, was to make extra money to support the company I was designing. And really didn't realize that Crystal Edge was already making money already. So I left and never went back. And that's what ticked me off about eBay. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't take the people that I accumulated over there over to where I was at, because I was doing two different things. I was doing vintage toys on that section, and over here I was doing home theater. Not the same thing, so it doesn't click that well. But if I was doing home theater over there, and I had that great following over there, those constant customers that were buying from me, I could have easily transferred them over to the other site. Would have been no problem whatsoever. So that's why I tell people, at the end of the day, instead of complaining about fees and the fact that eBay is ripping you off, and I keep in mind, I don't mind buying on eBay. I love buying on eBay. I do, and I support the merchants on there by buying their products. But I tell them from the door, if you did pack up and leave and go over and get your own website, I'd be right over at your website buying your stuff. Right over there buying it. Doesn't make a difference if it's eBay or here. I know what you have. I bought from you in the past. I know how good your stuff is. I'm going over there to buy from you, regardless you're on eBay or not. And that's what you need to do. Take your followers, sorry eBay, we do this to you, but it's true. Your fees are way too high. You're really nasty to your merchants. You don't treat your merchants right. Take your followers, the people that are buying from you constantly, and you go over and you design your own page over at Wix. It's not hard to do at all, period. It's very easy to do. And it's not like you're doing Dreamweaver, you're doing a lot of coding, you're building it up from the ground up. This is very easy to do. You can set up a Facebook page and do this. You just want to put the time into it. You don't want to slap stuff together and, oh, it's done. You want to actually put time into it and design something nice. Other than that, that's what I would do. Just take your followers from there and transfer them over here. And then you'll see the freedom that you have at the end of the day, that every time you can post as many listings as you want, no one's going to charge you for it. You know you pay for those charges. If you want to add a little bit of this, if you want to add that to it, if you want to add a little that and this and that, and yeah, they charge you for every little thing. They charge you for it. That's what they do. That's why I wouldn't sell Jag on there anymore. Nope. No siree. But don't say me wrong. I do like eBay. I do. You know, if you're first starting off, like, it's a great place to start and learn, and all it is at the end of the day. But if I'm making good enough money and I'm already established and I'm doing well, yeah, I get me a website and push my followers someplace else. Because at least at the end of the day, you have to wake up and find your site going and some email saying, hey, we had to remove your site because of blah, blah, blah. And to deal with that nonsense. Because they did do it. They actually did it. There's actually a couple of YouTube videos where people had sites just whoop, go missing because of, I don't know, they just removed their sites, which is kind of jacked up. No, that's why I tell you it's in the thing. That's what you want to do, because the whole object of your website is to get traffic to it. But if you already have traffic coming to you there, redirect them over there. It's in there. And to my friend, why, you know, it's nice to have all that and all, but you really don't want to depend on that. Let me see. SeriousEdition.com. So what are we missing here? What are we missing? What are you asking of me? Let's see. Content. Oh, I gotta go here. All right. Do we have a page there? Site verification tags. Let's try this. Curious. Let's see something here. Let me see. We got to do 3 more videos. No, 2 more videos downstairs for. I got to be off. I can't be live on that one because the Wi-Fi downstairs is buggy. So you'll have 2 more videos for the gaming technology downstairs. I have to do. And let me see. I guess I'll do that one still on top of that. And I have the glass technology to do. I have 2 more of those to do. Let's see what request in here. Okay, to get verification for the tags that are over here. So let me see something from that. So this is what they're asking me to do. Let's see what we gotta do here. I don't even know which counter we used at the end of the day. I don't even know, couldn't even tell you, but if we're going to Google, then I guess I'm going to put my Google counter. Alright, so that other count in there. Bam! There's my baby. Hold up, I ain't turn to the side, people. There it is. Sink me in. Sink me in. There we go. I had a friend of mine was laughing about, I was talking about, because, you know, we designed a black technology that my business suit was going to be literally Darth Vader's costume. You think I'm joking. You think I'm not going to business. Just Darth Vader. Join the dark side. I love Darth Vader. You have no idea. I love Darth Vader. Darth Vader is cool as I don't know what, man. I love Darth Vader because he is like brimming with confidence. His confidence is flawless, man. Even to death, his confidence is flawless. That's what I love about him. He knew he was it. That's what I love about him. He was there again, getting that much. But man, I love Darth Vader. My friend was like, how can you choose Darth Vader? Why not? I mean, he was powerful as on what, man. I love Darth Vader. Boy, he walked down the hallway. He knew he owned everything. He knew he owned the galaxy was his. He just knew it. Even though he did lose at the end of the day, but still, I like that confidence in Darth Vader. I love him. That's another way. Join the dark side. The resistance would be the certified mixes and white screens. But in my world, Darth Vader, we crush everything. My buddy was crying, so he wouldn't. I said, I probably would come there playing the Imperial March. Dun, 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 dun. Join the dark side. Resistance, beautiful. All right, I gotta sign up and make an account. Let's do this. That's my age, 300 years old. I am 300. I don't think anyone ever typed that in. Well, and that comes up. I am 300 years old. Let me see. You guys want to stare at a wall while I do this, right? Let's switch our projectors out. I still have a projector on that wall over there. At least I can watch something while I'm working. Go on top of that. That'd be nice.
What the heck was underneath me?
Oh, that.
I think my speakers need to charge my speakers. Oh, this is going to go. We don't want to disconnect that.
Watch something.
In here.
Oh, fire extinguisher upstairs. We need to charge it with this unit right here. Fire extinguisher downstairs. We got. The door. Okay. Put you guys in that direction. All right, let me see what we're doing here. Okay, there. And there is the adapter piece for this. There. All right, it's all ready. Do I have one of these with a, I probably don't. Probably don't deal with it. Let me go track mine out. I definitely don't need that. Can we run that through? How am I gonna do that? That might be possible. That might be possible. I'm curious. I need a charge off a USB. So projectors have USB ports in the back of them. So I could use that to charge my speakers off my projector. Oh, I wonder if that would definitely work. Very interesting. See if that back doesn't work. Let me see. Let's see. So what if they look? It'll be interesting to see. Projectors got all that power to begin with. Might as well see what else you can run off of them. So I'm running my USB, charging my speakers from my projector. See what this does. And that way, when I gotta turn you guys away, you can just be sitting there watching something else, you know. Finish working out the rest of this stuff. Now let's see. We should have the right remote control in here. Yeah, we do. I'll bring it down some. Let's see. No, that's the zone. There we go, run sheet. Okay. I should have my folder up here so I can basically write everything down for this right here, which I need to bring my paperwork upstairs. Okay, let me see. 12 days ago, relaxing, stress-free. Go on this one right here. Black technology is crazy, ain't it? This is another screen I painted just directly to the wall. Yep, if I am, when I get out there, I'm blessed to get on that level, I am going to help a lot of people out. So that's going to be a wonderful thing. I always wanted to dress up like one of those giant bears and go around to sick wards and the kids and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Why not? Help people out. Good. I hope I get to a point where faithies don't want to be around me because I don't want to go to the club and none of that nonsense, and I don't want to do any of that stuff at all, period. I'd rather be in a soup kitchen. That is not the scene for you, then bye-bye. Why does it gotta be a soup kitchen? Can we have something else besides soup? And they say the government doesn't fund us. Well, I will. Screen's beautiful, isn't it? That's God's technology right there. That shows you how amazing the Lord is. They're just not gonna have home theater in here. They never have home theater. I go to different sites, they never have home theater as an option. Alright, let's see what we got here. I said, Chris. Well, definitely tattoos, it would be vehicles and no, we need something with technology. No. Home design. I do like home design though, but no. No, I'm not getting any of those. We got any technology in here? Nope. No, going backward, no. Look at the relaxing fish. Electronics. Alright. Probably be as close as I can get. Let's see if I got anything at home theater. Theater. You gotta pick 5 of these? Are you kidding me? Video games. Definitely video games would definitely be one of them. Gee whiz, that's all we have in here. That's it. There's no anything in here for home theater, which I knew that was not going to happen. I need to call them out. Look, you gotta put an option in here for home theater, because seriously, you have everything in here except for home theater. You at least have theater in here. Cinema something. Gee whiz Louise. Well, like I said, the Fusion Gamer's gonna go over this one. We're done. There's nothing in there for home theater, nothing. Alright, let me see. Oh, we gotta do what? Right, we'll get back to that later. Yeah, I gotta basically scan something on my phone. I'm not coming out of that to scan something on the phone. What do we got here for time on this? Let's see. I like that one. Which one is this one? This is relaxing music, reduce stress. I like that one. It's pretty nice. What's this one? This is why I'm hoping they let me paint on the wall, because again, as I said before, I paid for the screen, I really don't care, but still either way, you know how much easier this would be? I have to assemble jack and just paint it to the wall and be done with it. All these screens gotta be recoated over. We don't leave any technology behind. Everything gets wiped. I don't leave anything behind. So none of these will be here. This entire room, ceiling, anything that has a technology embedded to it is gonna be wiped clean. The room in the next room, wiped clean. It's all technology back there. That entire room is coated with Titan technology. Ceiling is coated with 44 technology. I'll go back in there, one coat, come in there, wipe that whole section out. We have 5 gallons and wipe this whole place out. I leave nothing behind, not a thing. When I leave a place, I like to leave it as I was never here. That's the fun part. Wipe out all existence of everything. Gone. Ooh, what's this right here? Aquarium. Fish tank. We got the black background triggering off on here in the background. That's pretty hot. What is this one? This looks pretty. Oh, I like this. This is real nice. Okay, let me see. What we want to do. We're going to download another. I might do another video on a new channel. We had that as an intro. We need an intro video in there. Or we can just leave that video in there. The glass technology is beautiful. I think I'm gonna do another glass for outside, for the other demonstration for there. Definitely do another one. See how crazy the colors come up on a black screen. You know, people get it mixed up. They think that gray mixed products they don't pick up color. They can't even see color at the end of the day. Black, darker screens pick up color. That's why the gunmetals cost so much money. You gotta think about it. These companies have on a range of different screens. They got them in white, they got them in gray, they got them in mid-gray, and they got gunmetals. Which ones cost the most? Which ones are the most expensive screens? It would be the gunmetal technology, the darker screens. Darker screens have the ability to put better color, better contrast, and maintain white levels. If the white levels weren't maintained on the technology you're looking at right now, it'd be virtually impossible to see the colors you're looking at right now. They wouldn't even exist because the screen couldn't pull them up because the contrast levels would be way too dark. Now imagine if I was, one day got a chance to do a demonstration for Apple corporations to be able to show their logo in multiple displays on black technology. And that's why the paint on demonstrations are very important, because that promoter can get me access to those places where I can just walk in there, nice painter's outfit on, company's logo on the side, bring out a huge piece of drywall, paint it in, and display their logo right there in front of them on black technology. While they're sitting in the conference room with the lights turned out using a white screen because the image can't pull up correctly because they got to be in the dark. That's why I said this technology is going to do what it's designed to do. It's going to definitely do what it's designed to do. And I am gonna have some contracts, and I'm probably gonna have, not a lot, I don't want a lot of contracts. I do want some contracts. We do them, they're gonna have to go through a thorough examination. Before I made it easy for people to get contracts, we can't do that anymore. We have to know who's serious and who's not serious. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you really think at the end of the day that you're seeing color off your screen that's light gray or white, and you're not picking up color, you can't see it. Color is so washed out, it's not even funny. How beautiful that color looks. That's why the gunmetals are at $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 projection screens at 100 inches compared to a cinema gray, which is actually almost the same color as a lot of the mixes I've seen. That screen's like $800 for 100 inches. And you get to the Cinema Gray 5D, 3Ds. That's mid-gray. They're a little bit darker than the $800 screen. They're going to cost you around $1,400, $1,500. And then you get to the flagship technology, the Dark Star 9, the darkest one they make. That's a $3,000 projection screen. It's not the other way around, where the light screen's going to be $3,000 and the Dark Star 9 is cheaper. No, you got it. At the end of the day, people got y'all twisted. And anytime I see somebody come up to me and they're saying, well, Brett, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about at all, period. And I just look at you like you don't know what you're talking about. And if you're following the philosopher of those guys at the end of the day, you don't even know what you're talking about. There's no way in the world a great product is making us great products. There's no way in the world they're going to sit there and tell me that that screen right there overpowers a certified gunmetal. Are you kidding me? Have you seen what those things do at the end of the day? No, that's not happening. And we already tested the UV. Yeah, I tested that. I had demonstrations. We tested that against the Dark Star 9. Didn't do well. The Dark Star 9 can see white levels. UV can't see dark, like what? So you can't see white levels due to the fact that there's black paint in it. We can tell because that's how the levels are coming out. So it's not anywhere near gunmetal status. As a matter of fact, it's not even dark enough to be near gunmetal status. So no, that's definitely fake. Open up the curtains, pull them back. So when I work, I like to look out the window and I like to watch my screen at the same time. I don't want to have any awnings or blinds, and I want to look right out the window and see everything that's going on out there while I'm sitting here working on my PC, so I can watch TV and stare out the window at the same time. I'm trapped in the dark. I like these logos they have on here. Oh, Apple stores. I forgot about them. Yeah. We can put a couple of these up in the Apple stores. What was this demonstration? I'm gonna put this demonstration right on glass today. Let me see, what was the demonstration behind this one? Hey, Taco. Man, that's serious. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be using this one. Definitely gonna be showing this one off. I know exactly where we're gonna send this to. So I've been basically doing demonstrations for McDonald's and other places, and we've been submitting the technology and sending it over to them. And my friend who has all that push and power, he's been basically making sure they go where they need to go. So we've been submitting that technology out, showing exactly different companies how they can utilize it. And we've gotten some response back.
on when is it going to be available and when can they receive samples. Well, as soon as we get all the paperwork locked in, we will send you down your samples. That's all written down. That's good. I'm doing that one tonight on the glass. Definitely doing that one on the glass. That looks sharp. Definitely doing that one on the glass. What if they got new ones on there? Anything else they have in there? That I can use too. Definitely showing that one off tonight. I forgot what I have on keyboard. And so I can back it up and show you what's going on in the environment, because we have it magnified for the, want some demonstration. You can see I got my windows open. Plenty of light making contact with the screen, overheads. If we had a gray screen or certified screen, it'd be washed out by now. We wouldn't be picking up any of this. Let me see. YouTube 4K demonstrations. Let's see if we can sound. What's going on with my sound? This is on. Oh, Jackson not in. That's what's going on. Jackson not in. Heck here. Yeah, it's the closest I've ever been to a screen. Usually we do them from the distance. But we have the camera up like this because we're working on the computer, that's why. But you get a chance to see what's up close in person, eh? contrast levels, bright colors, white levels maintained. On a projector that cost me $270. We got all the windows open, plenty of light, the walls are bone white, no problem. Now, instead of the customer sitting up there saying, gee whiz, I can't afford that screen, it costs too much money. I mean, he's going to settle for a white screen, a gray screen. You kind of can't afford $3,000, $5,000 for a projection screen. This is crazy. And I turn around and I spend money for a projector on top of that. It's just costing too much money. You don't have to have that thought process. Oh, what projector am I going to buy? It has to be 2:1 contrast. Do I need a lot of contrast? Is that necessary? It doesn't have to be 4K. Do I have to have HDMI ports? I think I might need HDMI ports for this. I might have to be in a dark environment. Do I have to use ambient light control environments? Do I need a high amount of... No, you don't have to think about that. That's the reason why we developed the technology to be this way. What about applying the screen? There's no 4 code applications. You see me paint the screen behind me. No time at all. Done. Finished. That's it. By the time you go downstairs and you pop your popcorn, you bring your family, your screen is done. I'm not even using HDMI ports on the back of my projector. I'm using an adapter so I can run my HDMI ports to the back of it. I'm not even using it. I'm using a VGA to HDMI converter. That's what I'm using right now. So if I buy a projector, it can be 720p, 600 by 800 res, SVGA. It doesn't really make a difference to me because the screen's going to pull out that extra fine, refined image because the screen is black. It can pick up the contrast levels to add more depth and detail to the image because it's a black screen. Or if you do this on a gray screen, you're going to lose detail on your screen because it can't see contrast or color. That's why they look so sharp when you see them on the projectors of 600 by 800 because the screen is automatically black. It's going to bring detail to you from the door. That's the whole purpose of contrast on your projector. To give you more sharp or more detailed image. But if the screen is already black, then it really doesn't make a difference. You'll pick it up regardless. Like this.
You got it started.
No, not like that.
Let's.
That's why I don't need commercials in here. There you go. This is the part that people who try to do this demonstration mess up so badly on the OLED horse. The OLED horse is designed in the demonstration to display multiple layers of black levels, including the black levels sitting behind the horse. If you look at the OLED horse, you will see that there's multiple layers of shades of black going off on the screen. Here, here, and the horse itself. And also when it moves, it flexes into different shades. And the background is completely darker than the different shades of black. That's the beautiful thing about the OLED horse. But people miss that part because when they do the demonstration, they say, look, you can see the horse on my screen. Nobody, we see a gray background and we see a very shady, washed out image of a horse, and I can't see the multiple layers of black levels that are supposed to be pulling up on the screen. This is blending to that, that's blending to that. It's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to display multiple shades of black. That's the beautiful thing about the OLED demonstration. You can't display black technology if you don't understand. You can't display contrast if you don't understand how it all works. Watch it again. Multiple shades. You're going to always see? Look at the saddle. Look at the padding under the saddle. All these are different shades of black. Look at her sleeve right, all different shades of black, and then the background comes up darker. That's the beauty of the OLED display. But they don't see that. They just show a horse and they say, look, it's picking up contrast. Now you completely missed the entire demonstration of what OLED was trying to explain and show off in that TV. That screen can pull off several different shades of dark levels, including the ultra black level in the background. If your screen's not picking up those multiple shades, you're not seeing contrast at the end of the day. You can't even read it. Look at the glove, everything's a different shade of black. Look at the horse, everything, the boots, the pants, different shade of black. The padding for under the saddle itself. Look at the back end of the horse. Look at the hair on the horse. It's all different shades of black, and then you have that ultra black in the background. That's what you naysayers can't see. You can't talk about black technology. You can't talk about contrast if your screens don't see it. What we see in your demonstration just comes up gray, this is multiple shades of gray, and all this blends in together. You can't see the fine detail in the animal because your screens can't recognize a contrast level. And that's what they missed in the OLED demonstration. That's why when you show the demonstration, it's laughable. People laugh at it because they're like, they missed the entire demonstration. Now you look at it, you'll see the multiple shades. That's what they were explaining in the demonstration of OLED. You don't know what you're doing. That's why they don't know what you're doing. You missed the entire meaning of that demonstration completely. It's like a person goes in and sees an art gallery. You know, one person comes and goes, that's nice. But you have another person who's going to stare at it for hours. They're going to feel exactly what that artist was saying. It's going to come, they're going to read it. Somebody can even cry a little bit. They show passion, imagine. They can feel the artist's pain. They can understand what he was saying, what he was talking about. They can see the story behind it. You guys can't see the story behind it at all, period. You just see a horse and a woman sitting on a saddle, and all you see is, oh, look, I want to pull that. No, that's all you see. You don't see the beauty behind the OLED technology, that multiple shades of black level, and then that solid black in the background. Then again, the products you develop are not designed to see it. So that's why you're blind to the whole entire thing. I think they're more concerned about when we start showing the reaction of people seeing the technology. We'll have the stores where people can come down and see the technology. This is going to make you, all you other naysayers, that they look really, really, really pitiful and bad at the end of the day. It's going to make you like liars at the end of the day. Because again, it's right there on display for everybody to see. So what are you going to do? You're going to convince people that are watching this, that I don't know how you're gonna use the camera tricks. How's that gonna even work? Are you gonna say we got a special device in each store that allows people to brainwash them? I mean, I'm curious to see what theory comes out of this one at the end of the day. So again, if it's camera tricks, then that means every person who has our product, and we sell a lot of product all over the world, would all be doing the exact same thing. Which I find it interesting that people make these statements when these are individuals, again, that can't seem to back their products. Can't be in well-lit environments, they have to be in dark environments, low light splashing up behind the back of the screen, stuff like that. Using high-end projectors, can't pass basic house paint tests, stuff like that. And again, as I explained to you, the environments we've seen in some videos did not come that way. They were made that way to make it look like the environment came that way. When you see my setup, or all my setups that I move into, I don't go in and darken the environment. I keep all the natural lighting in the environment, every single one of them. So when I see an environment that doesn't look anything like the product, the property when it was first purchased, I'm pretty sure they're not that dark at all. No one would buy it. No one would even want to rent a place like that. It was dark. What were the last tenants? Vampires? Like, good gracious, it's too dark in here. You want it nice and bright, make it look as nice and roomy. It's a good way to sell a piece of property. But to have the environment that dark and then turn around to put lights in it to try to give it the illusion that it's well lit, no. So like I said, the reason why we receive that kind of nonsense at the end of the day is because it's fear. That's what it comes down to. If they could do the same thing we could do, they could do this demonstration right now. I can put a star field on the screen right now. It will produce with no problem. And if we gave them a challenge, it would never be met. And what's the point? It's a waste of time. See, what y'all don't understand is that great products, and I used to make them, so I know what I'm talking about. Great products are not supposed to be showing out of 100%. Out of 100%, they should not be showing 80% all bright colors. It's going to do that regardless. I mean, Bare Silver Screen, Network Gray, any one of them do the same thing. They could basically pull the same bright colors, big deal, blah, 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 blah. But what they all can't do is they can't see a contrast level correctly. So if I saw one gray screen of that caliber and this much lighting we have in here, able to pull up a star field demonstration that can easily blend into a black surface, then you'd be like, gee whiz, that's freaking crazy. We got screens under the, Black Series that can basically come close to blending into white screens on snowstorms. All demonstrations are right on the website. If you want to check them out, they're right there. Just let you know, we point over there. But you guys, at the end of the day, when I watch your demonstrations, I'll be going through your videos and I'm looking at the bottom like there's no contrast levels in here. You don't show star field, no black backgrounds with the goldfish, nothing. You would do those demonstrations in very dark environments. That's the problem. So no, a gray screen cannot see a contrast level for chat. It doesn't have the capability. Now we have 2.0. If we're gonna go out there and say, hey, it pulls a somewhat decent shade of darker shade of gray, we gotta back that up. That's why when you go to the 2.0, you click on the site, you will see the test demonstrations, and all test demonstrations are done in max out zones and fully lit environments, showing that technology producing a darker shade of gray versus certified technology. Gotta be to back all that up. Ooh, this looks like 4K Cosmo.
So I always want to find ways to save money. So let's meet the barely paid spokesperson.
So what you're supposed to be seeing out of a gray screen is not the bright levels. Any gray paint can pick that up. What you have to see something that no other gray paint can do. You have to see contrast levels. So out of 100%, 80 of those are supposed to be contrast level demonstrations in fully lit environments. That's what you're supposed to be seeing. Because you can do the exact same thing they did in the video. Go get some Bear, Slip Silver, what do you call it? What's it called? Something Silver Mist, something I think is 16, 19, any one of those. Bullseye, it'll all do the exact same thing when it comes to those bright colors. But which one of those are going to pull the better contrast level? And that's what they're going to prove. That's why when our technology, when we show up our screens, we do a lot of contrast. We do a lot of bright colors, white levels, snow levels, because that's something that a black screen is not supposed to be able to do. Well, I'm going to show you contrast. That's easy for the screen to do. So that's why when you see me going through the videos, like, where's the contrast levels? It's all, I got a number of birds on here and oceans and metals and all. No, I want to see some serious contrast levels pull up on this screen without a projector of a 2 million to 1. As a matter of fact, no, they're not going to be done. It's no point in saying it because they can't do it. But when have you ever seen a demonstration on a P2 in all this light, like we have here, right? All this light sitting next to a window, or in all this light, something showing off a contrast level. I'm not talking about birds or dogs or cats or none of that nonsense. A 100% contrast level, like a star field, and see if that demonstration can match the exact same demonstration of dark levels or the black woman with the black makeup. The reason why you don't see those demonstrations because the screen can't do it. YouTube, aka Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's why you don't see it, because the screen can't register it. This is what I want to see on a gray screen. I don't want to see this in the dark. I don't want to see this in an ambient light controlled environment. I want to see this in a fully lit environment. That's what I want to see. And I want to see that screen pull that contrast of a black screen can pull. Because we got demonstrations on our website of a black series with a white screen covering half the screen showing off snow levels. We got demonstrations outside at 250 inches showing off a snowstorm. Matter of fact, we have a demonstration of a screen in a snowstorm showing off a snowstorm. And the reason why I did that was not because of the snow, because I knew that the brightness was going to be, the ambient light was going to be 10 times more intense. Because like when you walk outside and you don't have glasses on, all that, that's how bright it is up there. That's what I was hoping for when I walked outside. The screen was able to maintain a contrast level without fading in all that snow with all that brightness. You have to be to show your product works. See how I can sit here, just switch over from a contrast level and just jump into a snow level with no problem. The problem you have with gray and white screens, they can't transition, which means they can't change out. If they were in this much light and they had to transfer from a contrast level to a white level to they couldn't do it. There's going to be problems. You got to change your environment to do that. You got to spend more money for a projector that can see a contrast level a little bit better on the projector that you have. This will cost you money. And this is why that they know they can't beat the technology. So what's the best thing they can do? Let's do a lot of fake demonstrations against the product to try to tear it down so people will stay away from it so we continue to sell our products. Yeah, it doesn't work out that way, buddy. No, it doesn't. All my technology is blessed by God. So if you're trying to tear down me, you're trying to tear down him. And that doesn't work too well. Or any of you. And now on that road, traveling down that road. Because I can come out here and back my technology up 100%. You can't pull off a contrast level in a fully lit environment because your screen will wash out. And I guarantee you that 2 million to 1 is not going to work. okay, Snow Screensavers, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
This meat is from Silver Fern Farms in New Zealand, and it says here grass-fed. But what does that actually?
It says what it says, grass-fed. That means the animals are grass-fed. What the frick? I swear. This is what it's all coming down to. You have to literally explain a package that says grass-fed. They're not grass. Never mind, forget it. I do miss those info commercials that used to come on TV. Those were freaking hilarious. QVC, was QVC still there? Excuse me. I remember when QVC was doing the Discovery projector. Oh, that thing was crap. That was the crappiest projector. I think I'm gonna charge that was a crappy projector. If you got one, if you had one, you experienced that projector. Much charge cable up here? No. Taco and Mario! Stereo! Upstairs when I'm upstairs. That's a cool cat, man. So when I'm downstairs, Taco is never upstairs. Taco is always upstairs when I'm upstairs. Every time he comes in this room, it's when I'm upstairs. See how beautiful that snow looks. But that's what I'm explaining to you. That when you're looking at a gray screen, showing up the colors ain't jack. That's not jack at the end of the day. It's like me showing up contrast levels on this black technology all day. That ain't jack. That don't mean nothing. Because, as I said before, any black surface can pull a contrast level. That's not a problem. The problem is, can it see white light? And if it can see white light, that means it can pick up a proper color balance. So you're dealing with a gray screen. A gray screen has to show a majority of more contrast levels. If you look at the 2.0, the 2.0 shows a ton of contrast levels. Because I'll sit there and tell you on camera, what's the point of me showing you all these bright colors if the screen is already engineered to do this from the door? All of them can do it. The thing about it is, can it see a darker shade of gray? Can it register contrast? And can it do it in a fully lit environment? With all the demonstrations we've done in 2.0, we're in fully lit environments. Those are the questions you need to ask, or two questions you need to ask. House paint number one, and contrast levels. We couldn't give a rap behind about the colors, because again, well, our products don't match house paint, so that's the different story right now. But still, that's what they'll have to go through. What else we got playing on here? Let me see. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There's some that white snow there. See how you see the individual snowflakes falling? How beautiful that looks. So the theory behind black technology, black screens are not supposed to have the ability, as I told you before, to be able to read and understand white light. What's this? Oh, I gotta get the time for this.
Nice work, T.
I gotta get in there on this.
Everyone can be more innovative. With some of that, and a whole lot of this. Meet our exclusive dent scratch resistant Stainmaster laminate. Check out our most innovative products. Only Lowe's.
And you gotta see that contrast. You gotta do it in a fully lit environment. Well, black screens are not supposed to be to read white light, especially in fully lit environments, because they're supposed to have a hard time maintaining a white level due to the fact that the screen is darker. So most of the time I see these darker screens where people are trying to make black paints, I always see them in ambient light controlled environments. Can't generate and they can't see it. And for those of you who have done this demonstration again on this one, this demonstration shows multiple shades of white levels. If you look at the fur on the wolf, it's a different shade than this snow. Even the tail has a different shade to it. The different off levels of white. Just sitting there thinking like, whatever do. Have to really pick up those white lights. White lights allows it to register to see all this. It's all involved in white light. And maintain the contrast at the same time. Let's put something on for you guys to watch. Ooh, I like that right there. Oh, be a little dark. Just change the color reach. Looks beautiful. Turn down the sound here.
Enough altogether.
That's not going too loud. Honestly, truthfully, this one. They gotta back those products up. I'm sorry, but you guys gotta back those products up. You don't have, yeah, I can't go into this. It's just something that should be done from the door. No one's ever had to tell us the background stuff, and we do it automatically. It's supposed to be done anyway. I don't get it. I don't know how in the world you make a product and you do very little videos on it. Same videos, dark environment, ultra short throw projector, dark environment. Don't show no contrast, no colors, no color patterns, no comparisons, nothing. No performance testing whatsoever, and then charge money for it. Some of y'all matching house paint at the end of the day, and you know who you are. Matching house paint and still selling the product online. Yeah, that's not going to go well for you. Okay, let me finish what I got to do over here. I got what to do. Let me see. We did the ultra short those. I like this one because it has a lot of light in it. Sitting right up on top of the screen. I hate doing videos like this. That's because we had it for the screen over here. Alright, I'm coming out of this one. I gotta basically do two demonstrations, offline demonstrations for the gaming screen downstairs because we need to put in a couple more videos in for the gaming setup. Let me see the Fusion Gamer has what. Let me see. All right, let me get out of here. I gotta adjust my camera because I have it up on Zoom so we can basically see. I mean, basically, put it in Zoom. It just came up in Zoom, so I just left it that way. I was doing the live recording for the website. So, I'm pretty much almost done with the site. All I gotta do now is just basically just add in more videos. That's basically about it. So that's what I'm pretty much gonna be doing today. I do wanna do another demonstration for the projector mapping for that one definitely. So I'll be back and start the demonstration for projector mapping applications because we still need to fill out a couple more areas on the two more videos. Let me see. What's this one for? This is for the Fusion gamer demonstrations. Yeah, we got gamer demonstrations to do one here. 4 videos for this one. I'll do 2 of them today and 2 tomorrow. That'll knock those out. And then, let me see, everything is done from here. You see for the link for the projector mapping applications. No, that's for glass. We need 3D projection for mapping series. This is what we need right here. We need about, let's see. Oh, we need 2 more. 3. Wait, 3? That can't be right. Hold on for a minute. We know we got another one in there. Let me refresh that. Wait a minute, we're missing one? How are we missing one? There should be another one for this one in here. Huh. Alright, hold on for a minute. I know we did one for that. Let me go over here and see what we got going on here. It's not us, it's over here. Oh, this is it. Over to, let me see. That's for glass. That one wasn't hit. Alright, good. That one's already in there. Alright, cool. We may did one of those. I know we did 2 of those in there. Alright, let's do the other one for that one. The projector mapping application. And then I want to do another one in the window for ambient light projection technology. So definitely want to do another one in the window. And did we do one already? I'm not even sure. Or just all right. I got to turn off my equipment in here. And we're going to be doing an ambient light projection demonstration for this side because I like to find this one has to be next to the window. For that one, because we have an area in here for ambient light projection technology demonstrations for our advanced ambient light projection. I say multiple times because, again, I've had an incident, a few incidents on doing screens. I started doing pages where stuff just leaves. No, we have it in demos. It's gotta be in demos. I think it's in demos. ultra sure throw. Window technology. Nope, you're missing something here. Let me see. That's projector mapping. Oh, this is the anti-light projection technology from here. All right, I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna change this one out to the window. All right, that'll definitely work. Okay, let me get those finished, get those done. Let's see. What I do the projector mapping, so we need for, okay, this one has to be over here. All right, for that. Move this over. This. Here. All right, I gotta come back in and do a demonstration for the projector mapping that we're going to need to add more information to the page. With that being said, gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. All right, we have to do the